Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, the Tabaxi Bard, and I'm not going to screw it up this time.
I'm Nicole Bates, and I play Soria, the Changeling Druid. And I don't think I screwed it up either. Although we do have a Tabaxi
we have all the Tabaxis on the table.
I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulfric Ralph, the Furbog Fighter. And I have a very large cat on my character sheet, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, I hope you don't need that part.
I hope I don't.
And I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. We have all of the cats with us this evening. I like all the cats. we have a Tabaxi, and we have two Tabaxi gods. One looking much cuter than the other. You can't see the other one, but it's just on top of Greg's character sheet.
He's currently passed out drunk on top of a character sheet.
Just out of frame.
Yeah.
So tonight, Greg is not playing Ulseth. Tonight, Greg is playing Set, the Tabaxi god. That's who you're playing.
Why does he get to play the god?
Announcements.
We do have a couple of announcements. We have more than just Tabaxi gods on this channel. We have a couple of announcements. Nicole's got the first one.
Yes. Geekified?
Yes.
All right. Thank you to our continuing sponsor, Geekified, who maintains their sponsorship for this show. Geekified is a
money well spent.
Geekified's thank you, Wong. Geekified is a hobby gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa. But they also have a wonderful online store where you can buy all sorts of things from Magic the Gathering cards to the new Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons that just came out for D&D 5th edition. They sponsored our last giveaway, and we want to say congratulations again to Alana Knight, I think that's the pronunciation, who won that. And thank you to Geekified for providing us with that giveaway. If you want to support us and support Geekified all at once, you can go to our link, geekified.us/dice and dungeons
/discount /dice and dungeons
/dice and dungeons, where you can get a discount on your first purchase, and
Well done.
get cool stuff for money.
Yep. Buy stuff at Geekified. They're good.
What a bitch. Get cool stuff for money.
Exchange goods for currency on this website.
Oh man, I want a peanut.
Yeah.
Did I do good?
You did. I love your ad reads. They're my favorite. The second announcement this week is to promote two things. The first of those things is our upcoming Halloween special. We've been talking about it all month long. I just finished earlier this week, and we haven't put it out anywhere yet on social media or anything like that. So you get the first look at it right here, right now. The opening credits to our Halloween special. I went full 90s horror theme with this, just leaned hard into that aesthetic. Fair warning to anyone who is watching this right now live on Twitch or later on YouTube or on Twitch VODs, no matter where you're getting it, this video does contain a lot of bright flashing elements and sudden visual changes. So if any of those things trigger you and cause issues for you, might want to tune out for a minute and a half. I think it's almost exactly a minute and a half. So just turn out for the next 90 seconds. And if those things don't bother you, well, sit back and enjoy. Here we go. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun making it. It was a lot of time, but I think it turned out fantastic. I really loved
Super
it.
cool.
It is really good. I like the effects, some of those background pictures and how you use them. That was really cool. And you made us look good, kind of.
Yeah, it was. It was actually really fun doing that. We had on the day we shot it, we did a little photo shoot of everyone
In their outfits.
in their outfits, and our costuming is not dramatic. It's not super detailed here.
I wore a hoodie.
You wore a hoodie, and you wore fake fangs.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Briefly,
you wore
because it was very hard to
baseball
talk with
cap.
those.
I own a dare cap now. So
Yeah, you do.
I got that going.
That was a lot of fun.
Crippling
some-
candy cigarette addiction.
Yeah. I had some really cool shades, man.
So that special is next week, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a 2-part special. Both parts air at 7:30 p.m. on their respective nights. That's October 30th and on October 31st for the conclusion. The first part
Halloween.
is longer. Is shorter. Excuse me. The first part is shorter than the second part. The second part is quite a bit longer because that's when we get into all the creepy stuff and we just go and keep on going through
Dive
it.
in.
Yeah. And they get totally drained, utterly exhausted by the end. It's super fun. You
That's
guys
true.
are just like crushed by the end of it. I had a lot of fun doing that one.
It was a load of fun to play.
And with that special, we are doing our second giveaway this month. And this giveaway is for a custom-made dice mug. I'm going to switch over to my individual camera so you can see it here. Ooh, yes. This is made with a whole bunch of wood bands around a
Put some dice in it.
central piece there. And it has our logo on it. It's really beautiful. And on the bottom of, not this one, but on the bottom of one of them, the one I want to give away, it has a little D20 logo. It's like this little hidden secret. I like it a lot.
It's really cool.
They are very wonderful pieces. We will be giving this cup away. Yeah. And we will be announcing the winner on stream on the second part, the conclusion. That is October 31st, Halloween night.
You'll also get to win.
But that's not the only thing you'll get. You will also get a couple of tokens from our
Special.
Halloween special. They were used in the production process. They were used in the game, and we're going to include them in this. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to give you more info about what those little extras are. But this dice cup was made by our wonderful friends, the Goods Merchant. They also made this lovely DM screen that we've had in front of us since the beginning. And we're going to link to their Etsy store, both on the YouTube descriptions and in chat, so you can see where we got this stuff from. And if you want to enter the giveaway to get this cup, all you need to do is follow us right here on Twitch, and then send us a DM that says Hawthorne Manor. That's it. That is all you need to do. And we will pick out a winner at random. But there are a couple of restrictions on the contest. You must be 18 years or older to enter, and you must be a U.S. resident.
Or at least have a U.S. mailing address, right? Or is it you have to be a resident?
Well, you gotta be able to get something from the U.S.
Yeah.
You need a U.S. mailing address. That's what
Yeah.
you do.
Because I can't if you're trying to participate from outside the country, then
There's a lot of
I have to comply with that country's giveaway rules, and every country is very different from each other. Some are more restrictive, some are way less restrictive, and that's why we have the U.S. mailing address. So I think that is the end of the announcements. Watch, do the giveaway, follow us here on Twitch. Halloween special. Yeah, I think we got it all.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
Let's go get killed by the voice.
We'll see if that happens.
Oh, let's kill Voice.
I think it's more likely we'll get killed by the voice.
Well, maybe we can just run away.
Hey, you guys did actually run away.
We did.
Well, we kind of fell away.
Well, you fell away.
Slowly.
You jumped away.
I mean, we ran after we hit the ground.
Well, let's find out what happens. Dungeoneers, let's roll. And welcome back, everybody. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, our group, well, they had a little spot of trouble last session. They were attempting to steal something from the voice, and
No, we were trying to recover something for me.
We were trying to steal it.
that matter of perspective is oh so important, isn't it? Yeah. But their Mark was smarter than he seemed. And despite his duncely disposition, the voice saw right through their ruse and arranged for a trap for them instead. But when the trap failed to contain the party, he ended up raising an alarm in Krebstadt, using his celebrity to turn the town upside down, trying to find our fleeing friends. After cobbling together the scantest threads of a plan with the captain, involving permanently borrowing a boat,
Stealing.
Recovering.
Stealing.
We're recovering it from the owner.
Soria,
Completely
Nines,
different.
and Ulseth found refuge with an old Kenku, high above the city. And that is where we rejoin our company.
Wow, she completely skipped over the part where we went to the tangy crab.
Yeah,
That was
completely. That was
Vitally
like
a lot of
important to our character
building.
development.
Yeah.
probably 2/3 of the entire session.
Hey,
We
Ulseth.
we spent way too much time on the tangy crab. You made me sing a song.
Didn't make you sing a song.
Well, you goaded me into it.
Ulseth, can you tell me what your athletic skill is off your character sheet?
Nope. No,
All right.
I can see.
So I believe we just finished a short rest. That was very relaxing.
Yes, and I'm spreading propaganda in the sky.
That's right.
You
Can
know,
you do that anymore? Do you have more spell slots to spend?
I can do that one more time, but I feel like
You should definitely do it
die
now.
if I do that.
The message, which is still up in the sky at this, how long does that last?
An hour, I think.
1 hour, unless there's a strong wind. I mean, we are next to the ocean.
You probably
It's a very
won't get.
rainy.
You probably won't get like that long out of it because you're on an island, on the ocean. You probably won't get a full hour.
And it's raining
But
all the
it
time.
is still up at this particular moment where we're coming back. And the message that's in the sky reads from the text you sent me last week. The voice lies and eats tabaxi children. That's
It's all
currently
true.
floating in the skies above.
And that's all very true. You'll
Is
know
that-
it's true because I'm going to repeat it in every town we ever visit.
Does he really eat tabaxi children?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Probably.
What do they taste like?
I don't know. I never asked my mother.
Ooh.
So, you want me to cook something while we're sitting here?
I have no words for that.
So we are here, well above the town, waiting for Captain, who is now Bob,
The captain's signal. Yeah.
signal, and then we will need to go down back to the shore somehow.
Well, we'll go through the sewer again.
So
We
is
can
this
jump out building.
I just want to check that this is another situation in which we have no plan. Is that correct?
Well, yes.
Good. We
Yeah.
usually do very well without a plan.
That we haven't done anything other than go without a plan ever.
You had a great plan last time.
The one that we almost got killed by ogres.
No, Olsef almost got killed by ogres. I was fine.
Oh, okay. Shall I have some potatoes. You want me to make some hash browns?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll
A little oregano.
oregano. Okay. Weird.
I'm going to teach our feathered friend how to swear.
I've been teaching her all the swear words I know and all the languages I know.
How many swear words do your character know?
Mine?
Yes.
Well, let's see. I speak how many languages? I know Cormarian, Druidic, Sulani, Sylvan, and Wildlander languages. So, between 5 languages, I assume Druidic has some pretty good swear words in it.
Oh, probably.
You know, for city folk and stuff. I probably know like, 50 swear words all told.
Oh, probably a lot more than that when you start like combining swear words.
Oh yeah, I could combine a bunch. So
I hope you have a D100 chart of just swear words that you can combine.
I
put them
probably
up on our
do. Yeah, you'll never know.
These are very fine potatoes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Is there a flare yet?
There's not a flare yet.
How long has it been? Didn't he say
It's been about 40 minutes since you left the company, the captain.
So we're still in the middle of our short rest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you guys decide to leave here, that can conclude the short rest. I'm not gonna like make you stay here any longer if you want to get
I
out.
think he said like an hour. Give him an hour and he'll send up the flare. And then he didn't really tell us what to do after he sent the flare up.
This is true. Once the flare goes up, then what? Then we will say, look, he has sent up a flare.
Oh, we should go to it, maybe?
I mean, if you put a flare up, then...
As I said in the recap, the scantest idea of a plan.
Yeah. All right.
Is there a safety ink in here?
9s. This is your character building quest, right?
This is your tragic backstory.
No, but this is your tragic backstory. Do you want to just run away from the 9s here? From the not the 9s, from the voice here?
Yes, I'm always running away from myself.
Yeah, I know.
My true self.
Yeah, you never want to face that. It's horrible.
I would think we should run away, because we can kill voice probably easily. Probably.
I don't.
But it kind of has town against us.
Yeah, and I'm also skeptical that we could kill the voice.
I mean, Olsef just sneaks up behind him and just stabs him. How hard can that be?
Seth sneaking.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you got those boots of elven kind.
I do have.
Yeah.
I have sneaky boots.
So instead of a 2, you might roll a 3.
Well, on that note, though, I do have a new spell that lets us sneak extremely well.
Oh.
Wow, I don't think that's going to help with Olsef.
If as long as everyone stays within 30 feet of me while I have it cast, it cloaks us in shadows and muffles our noise for like an hour.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
We could use that maybe.
I like spell that makes me quieter.
But if you are sneaking up behind the voice or sneaking to a ship to run away.
Or burning down his ship.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't try stealing his ship. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
They kill us.
Yeah, exactly. They couldn't do anything worse to us.
Except kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'd be dead.
Yeah,
I can't
and
get
we wouldn't
revenge.
even have to worry about
And
it.
then the show would be over, and then there'd be no more giveaways or anything.
We'd have to roll a whole new character.
Oh no, we'd have to go back to level 1. that would be something. Have
Yeah,
we
this
killed
campaign
enough
is
time yet?
hard mode, by the way. If you die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning.
When you
I
encounter
thought we die in real life.
No, that's super hard mode.
when you encounter the voice, the game switches over to hard mode.
Why is it my tragic backstory that makes it hard mode?
You know why?
Anyway, what's the town doing while we're...
Yeah.
While we're sitting here,
I'm just gonna
resting,
look down and
we're
see
being very restful up
what
here.
the state of the town is because we have to rest for an hour. So
Yeah. So, looking down from this perch at the highest point in Krebstadt.
Yeah, because it's a bird.
I mean,
a perch is a fish.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it really is.
it's sort
Really?
Of, it's sort of yellow and green.
God damn it.
Anyway, what's the village doing?
What's the town doing?
Excuse me.
Oh, you know you upset the
I did.
tabaxi
I
god.
Oh no! The Tabaxi God. Goodbye, Tabaxi
He's
God.
just like, nope, I'm out of here.
I'm allergic to what's happening now. I'm going to probably sneeze again. Yeah.
So,
Are we done with the perch puns?
Yeah.
And plays on where
Perch puns. They were
Facts.
facts. Perch
the
facts.
perch
They like
hashtag
to,
perch facts.
they like to live in kind of like shallow weed beds.
yeah,
They can grow up to over a foot long.
you can fry them.
This week's sponsor is David Attenborough.
We were not using British accents.
No.
I can't even do a British accent.
Anyway,
Yeah. So what's going on in town?
looking down into the city below,
From what?
Our halibut.
I'm not saying it again. The P word.
Ooh.
Penis?
Jesus.
We've derailed immediately.
Yeah.
That's part of my plan. Buy us some time.
It's really too bad we can't edit all this out, But go ahead. So here we are. We're on definitely not a perch. Looking
Definitely
down
not
at
a
the town.
penis.
Nope. None of that.
You're on a giant rock. Way up high. You're on a big old stone. It's up high. See stuff below. That's what you got.
What do we see?
There's some things and stuff down below. Whatever I can say to avoid any dumb jokes. The least descriptive things possible. You see a generic city.
Is anything happening?
Since
There are things happening. Many things.
Nines, you caused a lot of things to happen.
Yes, I see all the things that are happening. I think I should go into great detail on what I see is happening.
Yeah,
I
what
see
do
happening.
you see?
What do my cat eyes see?
Your cat eyes mostly see UV rays reflecting off of the water.
Okay, we made the
I see
damn
ocean.
So, down below in the city, what you're able to notice is there's quite a commotion going on.
Mm-hmm.
You all have, kind of kicked over a stone that maybe you shouldn't have. There are groups of guards and militia, and some of them even have royal insignias on them. They're not the royal guard that you are familiar with. They seem to maybe be like a lesser rank. They aren't quite they don't have the what am I blanking on? They don't have the armor. They don't have the Iron Man armor.
That's super cool armor.
Yeah, they don't
We're
have that.
definitely gonna steal later.
They're not wearing the Sentai armor. And you see all of these people running around. They've got their torches out because it's still dark. And they are knocking on every door, kind of turning over every pile of hay, cart, looking behind barrels. I mean, they're just turning the town upside down in an apparent effort to find you. They're going into people's homes and restaurants. I mean, it is a big fuss.
What's happening to the tangy crab?
If they go in, they don't come out.
You can't see the tangy crab from where you are.
But
That's
there
very
is a pillar of
strange.
smoke coming from that direction.
The tangy crab is, if you're like looking down on stuff, sometimes you have sight lines. This is a city built into like cliff sides in many ways. So it's at an angle, and behind some other structures, you just can't see the tangy crab.
Are they carelessly setting things afire with their torches?
Nothing is being set ablaze with their torches, but
also
people,
all
like, doors are getting kicked in. People are being taken out and, like, held in the street
So
for minutes at a time.
the voice is imposing martial law in this city.
I mean, this is how most of our concerts ended.
Really?
This ones I was involved in.
Really?
Yeah, they had a good time.
Wow,
They had a good time, you riot.
you used to put on way better performances when you had the voice with you.
This is the 28th session, and you've never had a performance that involved in that they got you involved with like martial law.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
At best, you got paid money for doing it.
Well, luckily I can start using trancing performance so we can get some more riots in going.
Now I've given him an idea.
Oh, no.
Do we see the flare yet?
There's not a sign of a flare as of yet.
How long has it been?
It's probably at this point been about an hour.
Mm-hmm. It's felt like forever, hasn't it?
Well, I think we should wait another...
Yes, it has.
We should definitely wait like half an hour more, give the captain some time. But if we don't see anything in half an hour, we have to do something different, I think.
Why?
I mean, I guess we could just hide up here for a really long time.
Yeah, we could, couldn't you? You've got all sorts of food. I've got some rations.
I have a lot of food. As long, I mean, tomorrow,
We
is
have
it
big
okay?
chicken we can cook.
No.
No.
No. Tomorrow, is it okay if we stay a little longer?
No.
Tomorrow?
Get out.
Are
We won't teach you. Jeez.
Did you just get us kicked out of our hiding spot?
We're only in the process of getting kicked out. I can turn it around.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah.
I promise I won't eat you. This time.
Do you know that I've met a great many people over the years? I've liked even less of them. I don't like you.
Sorry, how come half the people we meet will actually explicitly tell me if they like me or don't like me?
You have that effect on people.
I thought it was a social norm not to let on what you really think.
You don't follow a lot of social norms, Nines.
Oh, that's a good point.
Tomorrow, is it okay if we stay a little longer?
Yeah, I suppose.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be very quiet and respectful.
I'd say
Yeah, please see that you do.
let's wait for an hour, see if there's a flare, and if not, we should
Make a plan.
make a plan.
Okay, sure.
We would like to wait for another hour.
Okay. Another hour passes. You see that the city in this time is getting more riled up.
Oh good, it's getting more riled.
The longer that the surprise inspections have gone on, the more pushback that there is. And there are people now refusing to let the guards in.
You should skywrite.
Also, the message is gone, by the way.
You should skywrite something about how the voice does not respect your privacy or something like that.
I do have to say that this last hour passed much more quickly than the first.
Yeah, when you just say we would like to wait for an extra hour,
Yeah.
we don't have to wait for an actual hour.
Shall we do that again?
Well, we haven't seen the flare yet after 2 hours, right? Total.
I hadn't finished talking about
sorry.
what transpired in this last hour.
There was a pause after that, so I thought we were done. Sorry.
I was just describing what the city is doing. Out on the horizon, after about 45 minutes or so, you see this big red flare shoot up.
From where?
It looks like it's just off of the end of some of the docks. Some of the larger docks in the more industrialized areas. So not by the kind of private docks where the Voices ship is.
Okay.
You were down near this area when you met the Ropers.
Right. Okay. Well, we should definitely head down that way.
You then see 2 or 3 other flares shoot up.
Are they red too?
Yes?
Are they
And
at
after
different
that-
locations?
Now there are 3 or 4 red flares shoot up.
Are they from all over or the same area?
They're kind of spreading around the island.
Was this part of plan?
I don't know. Why don't we head to the first one? Maybe it's a diversion so that it doesn't draw attention to the one spot.
But how would he have so many people ready for that then?
I don't know. He's the captain. He's like a pirate guy. They always have, like, plans that actually are plans, right? That's how pirates work. I've been on a boat once.
Doesn't seem like type that has good plans.
All right, well,
He seems like us.
I'm going to use my staff of flowers to grow Tamaru 3 sunflowers so that she can have some seeds.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Why can't she, like, let us know where to go? I don't know how to go through sewers.
Could you lead us to that dock and I'll point out where the first flare was?
She sort of cocks her head and looks down. It might be a hard one. But you know, they always say that the going is hottest when it's worthwhile.
Who are they? I have never heard anyone say that.
She has.
Oh.
For anyone who's never had a Kenku, they are sort of raven folk, and they are typically, although not always, played as mimics. So they can certainly understand language and they can engage with people, but they are mimics. So they use phrases that they have heard from the people that they've heard it in that person's voice. So as I'm bouncing around, that is how Kenkus are typically portrayed.
Just jumping around different phrases.
Yeah, and not every phrase they have might always fit the situation. They can be really fun to make a character out of, but they can also be fairly challenging sometimes to play. And not everything that she says is always going to make perfect sense.
Well,
Well,
this might be a great time for me to deploy my sneaky spell when we get closer. All right, Tamara, if you don't mind leading the way.
Much obliged. And she'll start heading back down the ladder.
We will follow behind, and whenever we start getting somewhere where I feel like we need to start sneaking, I have a spell ready. But
All right. She leads you back down into the sewers, and you start crossing your way through these underground passages. You have no idea where you are at this point.
I assumed we were in a sewer.
It's completely pitch black, and all you can see is just, well, all of you have some sort of dark vision. So all you can see is to the end of your dark vision limits, which I think is 30 feet for 2 of you, and
you said
120
120 on our goggles.
120 on the goggles. Okay. So you can see a little ways out, but not all that far. And I need you to roll a stealth check. All 3 of you.
Well, I have advantage because I have sneaky boots.
15.
21.
15.
With advantage.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. From behind you and down one of the tunnels that you passed into these sewers, you hear a low, rumbling, growling sound.
It was a baby mammoth.
I'm going to turn into a rat. And I'm just gonna go see what it is. I'll say right before I turn into the rat.
You're not going to say that after you turn into a rat?
You guys hide.
Okay. Is there a place to hide?
Are we like in the middle of just like a channel right now?
Yeah, you're just kind of going down a tube.
All right, you guys keep going and I'll catch up.
Okay.
It's just a big old sewer pipe.
Go quietly. And I turn into a rat. And I'm gonna sneak back and see what is making that noise.
Okay. You go back a little ways and you look down the tunnel where you think it came from. And it's a long ways down there. All you can see is more tunnel.
I'll sniff. Do I smell anything out of the ordinary as a rat?
Do rats have... I think rats must have better...
They probably have keen smell, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what the stat block is on that.
rat. I just turned into a rat because we were in a sewer, so I figured it would stand out. They
you
have
wanted to be
keen
splintered.
smell, advantage on wisdom check, perception checks that rely on smell.
Okay. You smell the faintest hint of this. And it smells like rotten eggs and rotten fish sort of mixed together.
It's odd. Nines was going down the other side of the
Well, Seth, why is everyone so mean to me? Not that I have any reason to bring this up.
You weren't able to hear that.
You know what? I'm just... Everybody doesn't like me either.
How far did I have to go to look?
To try to see something?
Yeah. Not quite sure.
You get down about 300 feet and then the room opens up. And it's a very large, cavernous space. So a fairly significant drop. Goes down into a much lower basin, probably about 25 feet lower. And from what you can see, it's sort of filled with water. It's almost like this big reservoir tank kind of thing.
Do I see anything or smell anything down there?
That smell is now intensified. But see? No.
I do have dark vision.
Yeah. It's very dark. And this, other than the water trickling in through various pipes.
Alright. And I haven't heard any roars again.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna scamper back.
Make a stealth check.
With a rat stealth, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're a rat, so.
5.
What is a rat's bonus to stealth?
0.
Really? A rat?
But I am a rat. So, like, that probably factors into the DC. I'm guessing.
Yeah?
I'm a rat in a sewer.
I'm just surprised.
Highly suspicious.
A rat has no bonus to sneak, but it has a dex of +0.
Okay. Well, there we go.
I have better sneaking animals, but I figured an Arctic fox wouldn't fit in a sewer quite as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it fit just fine.
This could be a good episode for DM Dailies, is Rat.
The rat.
The
Is
rat.
that just a title? Rat.
Yeah.
I'm a were rat.
Why?
Why not?
I rolled a 5.
You don't hear anything from behind you.
My little nails are clacking on the ground as I run.
Yeah.
I was just running full speed back. I wasn't really stealthing, so that makes sense.
It sounds like a rat scampering through the sewers.
That's a good
Missouri this time.
retcon of the roll.
No, I said I was scurrying back.
I'm running very quickly. That's why the roll was bad.
No, I did say that I was scurrying, so I was
Did you
surprised
say
you even
retcon
made
or
me do a
ratcon?
stealth check.
You could scurry down to the
I'm
picnic.
going to say ratcon now. Let's go to ratcon.
I'm glad no one heard that.
Oh, I heard it. I just...
Didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
No.
Okay. Am I able to reach them?
You're able to reach them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shh.
Well, I can talk to the rat, but I can't understand it. So, you who are now a rat, did you see anything interesting or exciting or dangerous?
I think that's a yes.
Oh, it smelled bad. Okay.
Like rotten eggs?
At this point,
Okay. 1 for yes.
I'll
2
just turn back.
for no.
I'll turn back at the Soria and go,
Oh, you're Zoria now.
Well, I'm always
I'm trying to
Soria.
stealth here.
Well, who are you now, though?
Are you continuing to move down the tunnel, I should ask?
Well,
No, not at the moment. We're getting
Okay.
we're
reconnaissance
getting
report.
intel.
Got it.
I am still looking like that dwarf with 5 o'clock shadow,
Okay.
because that's the one who they're searching.
You who are an unshaven dwarf.
Most dwarves are
Most dwarves
unshaven.
are. You who are not any terribly different than other unshaven dwarves.
I'm actually more shaven. I just have 5 o'clock shadow.
What did you see, or smell, or hear?
I
What did
smelled.
you check?
I saw nothing, but there is like a pit that there's this weird smell emanating from rotten eggs and what was the other
Rotten
thing?
fish.
Rotten fish.
Yeah.
Rotten eggs and fish. It smelled like 9s after a buffet.
Well then, let us not go
Wait.
there.
Did you see any murder cults?
No, luckily. But I could call Dull and see if he could just teleport us out of this city.
I think he's busy. Isn't he still fighting Spider?
Oh yeah, he was
all
yeah,
bound
yeah,
up
yeah,
by
he
a,
was.
by a spider thing.
Yeah, his schedule was all tied up.
Yeah, when we have a
Yes,
chance,
he
we
was
should
surfing the
check in
net.
with him and see how he's doing.
Well, let's go back to sneaking quietly because we're sitting here talking loudly in a tunnel right after there's a giant roar.
Okay.
Roll a stealth check.
I assume we were whispering.
Whispering very quietly.
I got a 17.
18.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Maybe.
I'm being very sneaky.
Much better than that.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
You continue down the sewers. She takes you through a couple of twists and turns. It's going through all sorts of different pipes.
Hey, tomorrow,
Yes.
what would it smell like rotten eggs and fish and make a big roaring sound down here?
Well, something quite horrible, I think.
Have you ever encountered something like that?
I can't say that I have.
I just figured Tamara spent time down here.
It was a good inquiry.
All right, you can lead on. Sorry.
She continues to lead you through the sewers. I need you to make one more stealth check for me.
Oh,
19.
I can guidance myself.
You can?
I forgot.
I got a 7.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the sort of group average. Which is what I usually do
Yep.
with these kind of group stealth checks. So even though 9's rolled less than spectacularly.
I see 9 start to fumble and fall, and I grab him quickly and lift him up so he doesn't fall into the sewer and make a splashing sound.
Very good. After a little while,
You would be really gross.
And
you
just
start to see
Yes.
the light.
You're just scaring me, Olsef.
I think that is a good idea. I will.
After a little while, you start to see a light
I throw you up over my shoulder.
at the end of the pipe. And tomorrow has led you to as close as she can get to the industrial docks. There's a whole lot of drains, a whole lot of access points, and all sort of funnels into this low basin area that you're now standing in. You can see these pillars rising up around you that you figure out fairly quickly must be support pillars for the town above. And there's this just massive catch basin that you're in with all sorts of little drains and things above you.
All right.
Do we want to know what's draining into here?
I mean, liquids.
Crab liquid.
Crab juice.
Lots of crab juice, probably.
And Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Thank you, Simpsons.
So can we sort of get a sense of which direction we're heading for where the flare was? If I just take a quick moment to orient myself.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I think you can.
Okay.
The general direction of the flare was a little bit off to the most southern side of that port, at least the first flare.
All right. How far away does that look like it might be? Like, how long would it take us to sneak that way? If I can
Well,
guess.
a few minutes from where you are. You're in the dock areas, but once you get to the docks themselves, there's no sewers in the docks.
Yeah.
Made of wood, and there's open water underneath them.
I'm going to cast a spell on us to sneak, or we could try and change our appearances.
Well, I can do that. I can disguise myself.
Yeah, you've never actually used that ability of yours.
No,
I
you
did
used it
once.
at least once.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that because I had to look up disguise self.
I do have a costume, so I can at least put a different hat on. For my not hat I'm currently wearing.
We're under the town, right? We're under the town, basically. Mm-hmm. And we can, and there's nothing here except things that are trickling down on us, right? Because it's a trickle down kind of economy in this town.
Is that why we're going to tear it up?
Yes. So can we go as far as we can go in the direction we want to go and still stay underneath?
You're not 100% certain, but you know you can get closer to your objective.
Well,
You know,
let's
you don't know what's underneath these sewers. You know that you can go as far as possible, and that's probably going to get you fairly close to a dock.
You want to just let's stay underneath and go as far as we
And
can.
I'll cast my sneaky spell.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
We want to be very sneaky right now.
Rather
Yes,
than...
let's stay in sewer with giant monster that will eat us.
Yeah, tomorrow be really careful. By the way, there was something in there.
I shall take that under advisement.
And thank you very much for all the help.
Quite welcome, ma'am.
So do you use currency where you are?
I'm trying to think of how, what sort of phrase she might pick out for this. Well, having a little extra pocket money never hurt anybody.
I give Tamaru a gold. And thank you so very much for your assistance.
She bows to you, just short, sort of acknowledging movement, and she reaches into this coat she was wearing, and she pulls out this little shiny bell, hands it to you. It has no. What's the? Is there a technical name for
The little ringer part.
little ringer?
The clapper?
Is that what it's called? The clapper?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It lacks one of those.
Which is good at this point because we are being sneaky.
Yeah.
And she turns around and heads back up the tunnel and takes her leave from you.
All right. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
And as I finish my little druidic incantation, the area, all of us around are like cloaked in shadows and the sounds are muffled. So as long as you're within 30 feet of me, we get plus 10 to stealth checks.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty darn good spell.
I will keep carrying 9s.
Means you can't get lower than an 11.
Yeah. Unless you have a minus.
I suppose that's true.
Since we're going extra sneaky, I'm going to turn into a fox after I've cast the spell.
All right.
Yes, a furbug carrying a tabaxi with a fox following us is very normal. I won't draw any attention.
Not when they're cloaked in mystical shadows.
No, not at all.
Crawling around in the trickle under the town.
Yeah.
Or walking around.
Okay.
Well, Seth, I need more back support.
I move you a little bit and turn you just a touch.
All right.
Is that much better, 9s?
I forgot you were
Yes.
princess carrying him.
Let's
I
sneak.
stretch in the most uncomfortable position for him.
Okay.
Arms just right out.
Roll your first stealth check, and Ulseth, you take a disadvantage from carrying 9s, although 9s you do not have to roll a stealth check.
So you're all straight.
Yeah, because I have advantage.
Yeah.
I typically roll gay.
Yes, I'm aware of her.
But you get to
Copy
add
more
10,
Yeah, 25.
which is good. 17. I rolled a 2.
I was like, aren't you an Arctic fox right now?
Uh-huh. I rolled a 2, but I got a 17 because of all these bonuses.
Well, there you go.
Good thing you bonused.
Yeah.
So, you managed to move pretty quietly for the first bit here. Up above, because now there's quite a few open grates and things, you start hearing some conversations. Some of these conversations, they give you the idea that the town is upset. That they're frustrated, irritated
With
what's going on right now. They're complaining about the guards coming in and messing up their dinners, smashing their way through their homes, looking for some people that wanted to take some stupid little bauble from the voice.
And the voice eats tabaxi children.
You're not hearing anybody talk about that. Well, okay, you're hearing one person talk about that.
Is that person an influencer?
Describe that
I
person.
mean, that person is very loud. You can't tell if they're
That's the best person
influencing
to spread
anyone,
this.
but they are very loud. So you're sure of that.
That's my favorite kind of person.
loud.
So this is going on
Yes.
above you right now.
Well, let's keep sneaking.
We
Okay.
keep going.
Same rules. Go ahead. Roll in the stealth check.
Oh my
Much
god.
better.
Right, I don't have to do anything.
This
is great.
14.
Oof.
31.
All right. Just flip. Why don't ya? Again, kind of going with averages here. you're hearing more of these conversations about people being frustrated with the voice, these guards, this performance. And some of them are saying, I wish they'd just not bother chasing these folks down. What were they trying to steal that's so important anyway? I heard it was just some stupid outfit. Another person says, I heard it was just a dumb bit of parchment that he'd signed. And you keep hearing things like this. There's information that's being passed around, partially true, being distorted to some degree. So the city is, well, unhappy. Unhappy with the voice, unhappy with these searches, and they don't really seem, a lot of them at least, don't really seem to care about you. You're not hearing a dissenting opinion, at least from the folks right above you.
Is there like a loud person that's near one of the grates?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Hey, buddy! Down here!
Starts kind of looking around.
In sewer!
Looks down the drain and sees your face.
You don't like voice, right?
No. What are you doing down there?
I'm gathering the resistance.
You're gathering
Look, I
resistance?
I want to voice out of town. Permanently. So here's the plan. We're gonna rush his ship in an hour. Can you spread the word?
You going to run onto Voice's ship 1 hour?
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell him that we all float down here.
We all float down here. Well, why'd you have me do that?
It's a Stephen King reference. And the clown in the sewer is always saying we all float down here.
So now we need to spend an hour down here waiting in the sewer.
Oh no, we know.
I think you're just
No, in an hour, there's
just gonna be a guy.
There's just gonna be like one dude goes charging the boat for
He's
like
supposed
5
to
seconds
spread-
and just like, maybe not.
Hey, I said spread the word. There seems to be a lot of people with that opinion that the voice sucks.
Okay,
Especially me. I have that opinion.
Roll a persuasion check. I mean, I could have you roll like an intimidation check. You're in a sewer, and you have that big, ugly club. So I'll leave it up to you. You can threaten him as some sort of sewer monster cat, or you can do something else.
I'm going to persuade him. I get more riders with honey than I do with whatever
I
other
cannot
people want.
guide
I got
us.
a 20. I got a 23 on my persuasion.
Okay.
That weird cat in the sewer makes some good point.
The wise sewer cat.
Hey everyone! We got storm ship! Screw Voice!
Ah, screw voice! He sucks!
And you hear this sort of like dull level of agreement from the crowd, just like yeah, okay. And then a lot of people seem to start to leave.
Just leave?
Well, you don't know where they're going, but they're not here anymore. So, could be...
This will probably work out. Let's continue.
We continue.
All right.
I continue.
I
being-
forgot when I talked to that guy, Olsef was holding me.
Are you ready? Are you ready to stealth on your own now?
Oh my god.
You do have a plus 10 to your.
Convincing a mob to attack a ship is hard work. Keep carrying me, Olsef.
I will carry.
This
it.
connection brought to you by AT&T.
Okay.
30
Would have been much better. 18.
All right.
with plus 10.
Yeah, it would have been 28. But
So
it tipped over.
you get to the very far end of these sewers. There's an access hole here. Are you gonna push your way up?
Can we see anything from where we are?
Not too much. You've got the grates above you every few feet, and you can peer through the nearest one. And the plaza does seem to be a bit emptier, but you know, you're at a different angle, you're at a different position. You're just not sure what you can see and what you can't see of this plaza.
You who are a fox, can you make a peering about investigation?
I look at the ladder and then I pause.
I set. I put down 9, say, 9s, you be good, you stay here.
No!
Okay. And I pick up the fox.
I wander off.
I pick up the fox,
Bite.
which bites me, and I probably take like 2 piercing damage or something. And then I lift up the grate just a little bit and let the fox work out.
Make an athletics check.
Me? Or
No, Ulseth. Ulseth. Make an athletics check.
Good God, how do I keep getting 2s? 8.
I'm just a fox.
Yeah. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
21.
You, being a fairly dexterous fox, managed to pull your tail out of the way just as Ulseth's balance on this. You're trying to do something tricky. Hold this thing up and get a fox through with the other hand and like do all of that. And you're on kind of a little bit of a, it's not a very long ladder, but you're a couple rungs up on this ladder that hits the access point. So you almost crushed the foxtails. But the
Did Olseth
fox
fall
managed
down?
to whip the tail out of the way at the last second. So you didn't let out a blood-curdling scream.
And if I took like 1 point of damage, I would drop my form.
Yeah.
So I will sneak
Well, what
forward.
to your fox I see?
That's what I'm about to find out. I'm gonna sneak forward and just look around everywhere.
Your fox eyes, they mostly see new X-Men franchise possibilities, a lot of Simpsons reruns.
I quit this podcast. It's too commercial.
Hey, I'm just getting you guys back for what you did earlier,
The perch?
among other things. So,
Is it the tangy crab?
you'll never know.
It's a tangy crab, isn't it?
I'm looking
I
specifically
saw an advertisement
for
for
the
that, by the
captain,
way.
and I'm also like listening because I have keen hearing.
When you look up, now having a little bit better view of the harbor and everything, there are new flares continuing to be shot up all around you.
From the dock area?
Yeah, I mean,
Different-
kind of ringing most of the island.
Different parts?
Yeah, at least the island's ocean side.
I'm going to try and go towards the area where I saw the very first flare. Sneaking.
The very first flare, you were fairly certain originated from out in the water. So you wouldn't be able to just sneak over into there, but you can sneak towards that general direction.
Yeah, and I just want to...
And you reach the end of the land. Do you want to go out in the docks at all?
I'll sneak a little.
Okay. roll a stealth check with... Well, no, I'm not going to make you roll with disadvantage. But you are an Arctic fox.
Mm-hmm.
So there's supposed to be some sort of magical cloud that's
I'm cloaked in shadows.
Yeah. You have some bonuses, but also there's a shadowy, shrouded fox moving around the docks.
Advantage or disadvantage?
I'm gonna keep it neither.
Neither, okay.
I was debating on whether or not to change that.
27.
Using your crafty, foxy senses,
I find chicken.
do you want to find a chicken? There's plenty of-
No, I'm focused.
Yeah, you don't find a chicken, instead you find a crab, which is very easy to do. You can have a crab in your mouth.
Picking up the crab.
You run down the docks.
grab the wrong end.
Sort of dodging in and out behind boxes, barrels, traps, all sorts of things. And you get to the end, and you see that there's basically a large rowboat floating about maybe 300 yards off the end of the dock.
Like out in the water?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do I see anyone on it?
Make a perception check. It's a good ways away. It's still dark.
$15. I do have dark vision as a fox.
Yeah, not that at
No, it's 60
300 or 400
foot.
yards it's gonna really help you out down there. You think you might see a shape moving around on it? Like a person? But you can't be 100% certain.
I'll go back to the manhole.
Okay.
I open it up.
I drop a crab down into the... No. I will climb back down and then drop my fox form. So I think there's like a rowboat 300 feet into the water where the captain might be.
Well, then, we should probably go there.
All right, I'll lead the way.
We stay in the sneaky...
This is great plan.
Yeah.
Nines, you will have to walk on your own.
Yeah.
But you have sneaky bonus.
All right. We'll climb
This is
up,
worst day of my life.
and I'm going to try and sneak
It
us
could well be yet.
out to where that rowboat was.
Okay. Well, all of you make a stealth check.
And I don't have my fox stats. 19.
31.
What was that?
Still have plus 10.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's an hour.
31.
29.
19.
Wow, the one that had like the most bonuses.
I'm not a fox anymore.
Oh, you're not a fox. Right. So you all managed to sneak down there. And that little boat, that rowboat, still about 300 yards off.
Wants to swim.
No.
I will swim out to the rowboat.
Is there another rowboat in this docked area that's unattended? Or can I look for one that's unattended?
You can look for one, yeah.
Guidance. I think. No guidance. No guidance. I don't want to lose my spell. They're both concentration.
It's about
Well, I needed that because I got a 9. So I can't find a boat in this dock area.
Oh, you can find a boat. You just can't find
Rowboat.
like a free rowboat to just take with you.
If there's not a free one, is there one for rent?
You don't see a for rent sign here. These are kind of the commercial docks. Not so much the touristy ones where they might rent a rowboat.
This is maybe a bad time to tell you both that I don't think I've ever swam before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they're down there!
Who said that?
Someone at the other end of the dock.
In our direction?
There's a group of people moving down the docks towards you now.
How many torches do they have?
A few.
Pitchforks?
No pitchforks.
Oh, thank God.
Got the torches. No pitchforks.
So, are any of these boats the kind that you can move by rowing? Or do they have, like...
They all sail.
The ones nearby are all sort of sailing ships.
No, so there aren't any small enough.
Let's just
We're
try.
looking for one that's just the right size to hold the three of us.
It's 300 feet. Let's just try. We have a mob coming towards us.
Maybe it's a friendly mob.
Maybe.
Now that the mob is slightly closer, do they seem friendly?
You don't think it's a mob. You think it's some sort of guards or maybe some sort of militia, but you don't really get a mob sense from this. And they are definitely moving closer, and they don't look friendly.
Okay. I jump into the water and start swimming toward the rowboat.
Okay.
Hey, Soria, you're a willing participant, right?
Yeah. Oh, let's do it. What is it?
I grab Soria, I flip my cape around and say, to the rowboat!
Oh, you're mountebanking.
Teleport to the rowboat.
Thank God I don't have to swim with my -1 athletics.
I love that Ulseth jumps in, starts swimming.
To be fair, he has athletics.
And then Nines looks at this, looks at Soria, basically goes, fuck going in the water. Like whooshes his cloak around him. And yeah, you are now on that boat.
Because it is a 300-foot range, I think.
500 foot, actually.
Oh, 500, dang. Well, you can only take one person with you.
Yes, I can only take one willing creature with me.
Mm-hmm. So here I am swimming.
Now, does anyone remember how far away I said that boat was?
300 feet.
300 feet.
I said 300 yards.
300 meters.
Which, slightly more than 500 feet. Because
Well,
it's...
I don't know what 500 feet looks like, so...
As
So
far as we
you
can go.
go to the boat, Soria. Swoosh the cloak around yourself. And then you find yourself about 6-7 feet above the water, 500 feet out towards the boat. And you look down, cartoon style,
You're only 400 feet away.
and go. So you're now in the water.
Nines. You
Yes!
suck.
I'm swimming toward the splash.
I start splashing and start screaming for help.
Did either of us know how to
Drowning!
swim? I grew up in a swamp.
I'm fairly certain Nines knows how to swim, he just doesn't like it.
Let's try and swim towards the boat.
I like how you heard 300 feet. It was 300. I like that I heard the number that works for me.
Nines hearing the number that works for him is about as nice as you can get.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
If I was one level higher, I could turn into like an otter or something.
Then you could break clams in your belly.
Yeah, well, I can do that anyway.
So,
Well, I'm still screaming for someone to save me.
I will try
Nice.
to drag Nines along with my -1 athletics.
I'm gonna pull up your character sheets, and let's see. So You've got a +2. You've got a +6, and you have a -1. Okay. So, Nines, although you are capable of swimming, you really hate it, and you're not.
You need a ring of water walking.
Ulseth, are you wearing your armor?
Oh, I'm carrying everything. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
I wouldn't leave anything behind, especially because people steal it.
make an athletics. Make an athletics check with disadvantage, given that you're wearing your full armor and carrying all of this stuff around. You just dove into the ocean.
Well, let's see. I got a 20 and a 19.
Dang.
+6, so 25. Too bad the nat 20 doesn't count.
Might I ask, where are these rolls when you're in combat? They're here. I mean, they're just waiting
on the
here.
other side of the die.
so,
You're like an Olympian.
so that puts you at 25.
It does. It could have been 26.
Could have been. You're swimming, I'm guessing, knowing Ulseth, probably a little grumpily at this point. Slightly exasperated.
Yeah.
You're swimming through the ocean towards this commotion.
Mm-hmm.
Soria,
Yep.
make an athletics check.
With disadvantage.
What sort of armor
Studded leather.
do you have? Yeah, disadvantage.
A total of 1. I got a 2.
It's not Kormoth that's going to kill us, it's the ocean.
I rolled a 17 and a 2.
Okay. You're having a hard time staying up.
I'm not staying up.
Can you turn into anything anymore? Have you used it all up?
I used it all up.
Yep. So you're sort of splashing around and you're losing the fight.
I used Thorn Whip on Nines to drag him down with me.
Are you wearing a cloak?
Yeah, I'm wearing a cloak.
Okay. What you do is you take the cloak.
You cannot explain this to me while I'm underwater. And I would not know.
How far away?
Oh
am
no, I think Ulseth can sit. Knowing Ulseth, sorry, I will provide instruction to you
Just like-
on using your cloak.
With a flotation device.
I can see this. I can see that happening
Well, I do that.
as you're swimming out. I mean, you're a very fit dude. You're very, very in shape, very vigorous. You're swimming out there, and in between breaths, you're like, Soria, here's how you use your cloak as a flotation device. I think, yeah, that is, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Do I hear it?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
You probably don't. It's a good distance away. It's kind of garbled by him, like going in between strokes. A little garbled by the motion of the swimming, and you're splashing around. You have your own noise going on, and then there's Nines just complaining.
Just sort of treading water and complaining.
Nines, what sort of armor are you wearing right now?
Leather armor.
All right, then I need you to make an athletics check at disadvantage as well.
That is going to be a 6. I rolled a 4 and a 6.
Okay. You're able to just basically tread water and kind of hold your spot, but that's it.
And complain. I'm complaining.
Are you trying to help Soria at all?
How much is he struggling right now?
I'm underwater. I'm dropping.
So if this is her head, if my head is like about her head, she's about here on the water. She's above her eyes, almost for her head. She's just sort of barely keeping things up right now.
Sawyer, try kicking with your legs. It's like punching with your feet.
Well, Seth, do you have any sort of modifiers to your swim speed?
No.
I have no clue. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think any of us have swim speeds.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't have that as like a feat or anything.
Which means he can move half speed.
Yep.
So if he
This
uses
is our best plan to
full
date.
action, it's 30 feet every 6
And
seconds
he's going to take a full minute
to get to us.
to get to you guys.
Why didn't you use
At
the
least.
cloak again?
One time a day.
Once a day. God, you just killed us all. In the middle of the friggin'
I mean, you
ocean.
can save yourself, Olsef.
So, Ulseth, make another athletics check.
Am I still disadvantaged?
Yeah, you're still a disadvantage
wearing your armor?
because you're still wearing your armor, you're still carrying all that stuff.
No. Well, I got the 19 again, but I also got a 6 with it, so only a 12.
You're able to stay afloat, keep moving forward here. Don't really have the breath to like call out instructions this time around, but you're able to keep moving forward. Then what is your AC? Ulseth?
Right.
No, Ulseth.
Oh, 15.
You hear a next to you.
Sturmgrimmy?
I think it was an arrow.
Saltwater Sturmgrimmy?
As you see an arrow sort of float and then fall.
May I have an action?
Yeah, I was about to ask you to make an athletics check here. Let's see if you can catch yourself.
All right. If I can get my head above water, I have a thing I'd like to do.
Okay.
But I rolled a nat 1 minus 1.
You're doing worse now. Your head's fully submerged and you're really struggling to stay up.
I'm hoping I can hand a bag to Nines.
Yeah, you're struggling enough where you can't really. You're just trying your hardest to keep yourself up.
So I can't really do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Nines make an athletics check.
Probably, yeah.
18.
Okay, you've sort of stabilized yourself here. You're treading water. You're doing okay. You see Soria's really struggling. Are you trying to help her?
I have a question about Featherfall.
Yes.
Does it just slow gravity down?
It slows you while
Or does it-
falling.
And it's just magic, right? It doesn't, I'm just wondering if I can use it to stay afloat.
No, that would
No.
be
No. That would not.
Boo.
there's a water walk spell for that sort of thing.
Yeah, the feather fall, it protects you from falling damage since you're not falling
This is like,
in that sense.
I'm falling through the ocean.
It's just a thicker atmosphere.
It's a thicker fall.
Yeah. I mean, the ocean is basically giving you feather fall.
But generally speaking, yeah, we're already descending less than 60 feet around.
Yeah, typically
I'll try to
you won't
pull
take
Soria
damage from
up.
sinking through water slowly.
You're
So
trying to pull me up.
did Nines hear my instructions on how to use a cloak as a flotation device?
That's a good question. I was actually above water when he said it.
Make a perception check. You heard Ulseth talking, probably?
I got a 7, so there's a lot of salt water in my ear.
Yeah, there's just a lot of commotion going on. You could hear him talking, but you couldn't parse out exactly what he was saying. Yeah, since he's swimming, moving towards you. Everything is pleasure. Soria is drowning. This is
I'm
going.
going to try to pull Soria at least above water.
Okay. Make an athletics check for that.
A regular one?
Yeah. Yeah, no. This one can be regular. This is about his
No.
raw.
You're both
No,
going to...
that's a nat 1, so that's a 3.
So when do I start?
I shove her head further into the water, trying to stay
You guys, basically what happens is that you're trying to help, but you're not sure where to put your hands to get her.
When do I start making death saves?
I mean, you've been struggling to swim for a grand total of 12 seconds at this point. So you're not yet in real danger.
And I believe in D&D the rule is you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to like 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yes.
Something like that.
I believe that's the rule. And yeah, I'm not gonna bother looking that up because
Or
it
like
seemed,
equal to your Constitution modifier, but a minimum of 1 minute.
yeah. So you're fine. You're not moving anywhere. You can't really do anything or communicate. You're not yet drowning. You're just not able to swim.
I really want to shove myself in my own bag of holding and give it to Nines, but I am unable to do anything.
Okay. Ulseth, make an athletics check, still with disadvantage.
16.
You continue to swim out towards them using, I'm guessing you're using all your actions, moving 30 feet around, getting out there.
Yeah. I'm moving toward the bubbles.
Even though this is not combat, this is sort of like a turn-based round activity here. You could, I think, because you took a short rest, you could use action surge if you wanted to get just a little bit more.
Or save it for when we get attacked by like the ogre in the boat.
But I just want you to know that is available.
How far away am I?
You have, to this point, traveled 90 feet. So you've closed about a fifth of the distance.
Oh, well.
Because they are 500 feet out from where you jumped in, which is effectively at the end of the dock for you, and they were 500 feet out. Slightly more than
Soria's
halfway.
fault for not telling me how long the distance of this cloak is.
You didn't even tell me that you were using the cloak. You just said, "Are you willing?"
Well, that teaches you a valuable lesson.
Technically, he said, Soria, you're a willing participant, right?
You just said yes.
And then
My mistake.
Try not to drown.
you even thought it was
think
cool for a moment. You're like, oh, cool, you're using the cloak. Whoosh. And as you went out in this like puff of smoke from the end of this dock, dramatically, I might add, and then poofed out over the water and then fell in comically. This is...
Is it my turn to drown now?
It's your turn to drown now.
A 19 and a 2.
God,
Oh, 1 again.
we are really high-low in it today.
Your dice are just giving you the middle finger.
So how far am I? 3 feet underwater now? With 9 standing on my head?
You're basically just able to stay like...
You're being way more generous than you have any right, than I have any
You're
right.
splashing about. You're not completely incompetent, but
Are you sure I rolled a 1, 0, and a 1?
like your character is not completely incompetent. You have gone swimming
Have I?
before.
Okay. In a swamp.
I mean, there were like small bodies of water and stuff around. Like you guys went swimming from time to time,
All right.
especially during some of your summer activities, which you haven't gotten into.
Can
Stream?
I just like out of pure panic and instinct make myself look like 9 so he has to at least see himself drown?
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Oh God, it's like looking into the future.
The very near immediate future. You're a little bit deeper now. You're
Yeah.
about like maybe 6 inches down, you're just struggling to get anything.
I know, I'm aware.
You aren't a great swimmer, but you know how to swim. It's the armor that's really messing with you on this.
Oh, I'll make it look like a bikini.
So you are now 9s wearing a bikini,
Yeah.
drowning.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have that action economy available.
I mean, I'm willing to allow that.
If I did, I would be trying to get inside my bag of holding.
Well, since you can change yourself at will,
Yeah.
and you can change your armor
As a bonus action.
as a bonus action, you can at least look like 9s.
Yeah, alright.
So 9s, it is now your turn to see how well you're doing.
That's a 10.
It's getting harder to keep yourself up, but you're doing it.
We've met the final boss of this campaign. It's the ocean.
I did not know exactly which way you guys would take today's session because it was very open-ended. This is not.
This is a bad way.
This is not the way I expected this to go. I didn't have I had things planned. I had kind of some chases through town. I had some fights in there's actually, this isn't on camera, but we have some sets staged here in case they get into some stuff. And I planned for everything except you guys drowning in the ocean. That's the one thing I didn't plan for. I didn't know why I didn't think of that one.
Can I wave?
I like how you're like, there is a rowboat way out in the distance. Obviously, you shouldn't go after it. I'm like, I'm going to teleport into the ocean.
Can I wave to the man-eating shark in the water?
There's
That I'm assuming is about to attack us.
Sure, yeah.
Or a dire crab.
The man-eating shark just kind of waves a fin back.
It's my turn right now.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to try to... I'm standing on top of you. I'm going to try to pull you up.
You said we all float down here.
Shut up, other 9s. And, I rolled a 4 there, so I think I'm just continuing to shove her down.
God.
Things are not going great on this end. It's now been 18 seconds, and you're further down. Back to Ulseth.
Did I at least get a full breath of air before he teleported us into the ocean?
Sure, yeah. You probably, when you hit the water, you probably been like,
Okay.
even if only from shock of, you went from the cool night air to the fairly cold ocean in this area.
Just making sure I'm not
What was your result?
I got, it's 12 plus 6, 18.
All right, you're still moving out there 30 feet around. You're now out to 120 feet. And you hear as a whole slew of arrows is just being shot, missing you.
Slew of arrows.
Yeah, there's a lot of people shooting arrows at you now.
Why?
Are you gonna ask?
But there was a mob chasing us.
You are shooting arrows. Stop.
Why? Just why? But there are arrows being shot at you.
Okay.
You don't, because you're swimming, you're looking that way. You don't necessarily know the source, but they're, thicket around you. Just none have hit you yet.
I tell 9s how to make a flotation device out of a cloak.
Yeah. Why don't you make an athletics check? Just not a disadvantage. Let's see how clear you can get that message out while you're swimming.
14.
Okay. That's pretty good. 9s, make a perception check.
17.
Okay. You are able to hear Ulseth's message about using your cloak as a flotation device. And he gives you some instructions on how to do that.
Do you want to play that whole thing out? You wanna hear about
No,
how to
I mean, if you want to explain it, feel free to, but we don't need to.
No, I don't. No, I don't need to explain it.
We just now know how to do
You
it
just know how to do it because I clearly explained it to you
while swimming.
while swimming
And being shot at.
and being shot at.
The short
because
version of it basically involves making an air bubble out of your cloak.
Get the air in the gun and grab it and hold it, and then use it like a pillow,
Yep, there you go. Now you know.
a floaty pillow.
And no one's half the battle.
So you
other half is
now
not
understand
drowning.
this, and I'm not going to make you roll at disadvantage while you're treading water. If you want to take your cloak off and use it that way.
I will attempt to do so.
Do I have to drown first?
Yes, it is now your turn, Soria. So let's see if you drown more.
An 8 and a 2, so I rolled a 1 again.
No. Just use the same die and roll it twice. The one that's not a 2.
Have you been keeping track of
rolled
which
a-
die rolls worse?
No, they both roll worse.
They both roll worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've rolled a 1, a 0,
The
a
armor
1, and a
the
1.
armor is dragging you down.
Yeah.
You're now about 8 inches underwater.
Yep.
You're still struggling in this.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Nines. That you if you want to take your cloak off, that takes your action this round. You will, from here on out, if you do that, no longer need to roll with disadvantage. But this round, you will not be able to attempt to help Soria back up.
I'm
I will
fine.
take
What's the
off.
worst that could happen?
You'll drown.
Yeah, see? Then I won't have to worry.
Yeah, what's the worst thing that'll happen to me?
Exactly.
I will take off my cloak.
Okay. You fashion yourself a impromptu flotation device with your cloak.
It's a flotation device of the Montebank.
A flotation device with the monster box.
I think it's called a flocation device.
No, a flotation is when you get one of those deprivation tanks and spend a week in there. That's a flotation.
And your skin gets really wrinkly.
It does. So you may now roll to see if you just stay up, because that is what you're fighting against, but you don't have to roll with disadvantage.
How choppy is the water?
You're in the ocean, so even though it's a fairly calm evening, it's choppy, because this is open water out here.
I got a 17. Wait,
Okay.
18. Got an 18.
You are able to secure yourself all right. So you are now floating pretty well with this cloak trick. And we're back to Ulseth.
Well, now I can find that die I dropped somewhere.
Well, one not 20, but the other one is only a 17, so 23.
You're continuing to push on valiantly. You hear the plink of arrows behind you, but it seems like you're starting to get out of range of these archers. Mm-hmm. They're now falling short.
I'm seeing that Zoria is in serious trouble, and I'm going to use my action surge to swim some more.
Okay.
Oh, got nat 20 again, but this time only 13.
It's combined with your last one is good enough. You get a little bit closer because you're using your full action, half of it, so you move another 15 feet closer. You're now at 135 feet out there, but you're moving in. Soria, let's see if you can stabilize yourself here.
4.
Okay.
I don't think I stabilized myself.
You don't sink deeper.
I feel like I do.
You don't sink deeper on this. You don't gain any ground, but you don't sink deeper. Nines. I didn't know we were going to have just a swimming battle.
Stormgrim, you saved me.
I got a 6, but I am just trying to float on here.
The DC on this is fairly low because you're now basically just floating on a pillow. Not much you have to do.
Yes, and I feel like I can't get off to try to help Zoria. So I pull out my crab and loudly play it to give bardic inspiration.
Underwater.
I have no idea if that came through on, because I've got some audio filters going for our recordings and broadcasts to help clean up audio. I have no idea if that came through. I hope it did.
Did you play it underwater so I could hear?
I'm a little bit above, so I did it right above my head.
Sound carries really well in the water.
Yeah, if you
I played it louder in the universe. I have other people in this house that I would not appreciate a gong
In the middle.
ringing through right now.
In the middle.
Yeah, in the middle of the day, just tong. If it doesn't come through on the recording, we'll have you over and just let you smash it, and we'll put that out on YouTube. You now have inspiration.
Cool.
So
I was
D6,
also
right?
trying to make a loud noise in this general area, by the way. I know there is a vehicle that's floating in this general area.
Yeah. And it started out no more than 400 feet away.
I mean, hopefully the captain's in there and not just someone who thinks it's funny if 3 people drown.
it's
Where
now
the
been
boys?
about 16 seconds.
We haven't actually looked in the direction of the ship to see if it's coming towards us or anything.
Just because we were drowning.
Well, Seth, it's your turn.
Continuing to.
So go ahead and roll an athletics check with the disadvantage still.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Only 10.
You're getting a little tired. You're still able to stay afloat here. But the further you get out from shore, the harder it's getting for you. But you managed to stay up here. So you're all right. The arrows have now stopped. You seem to have moved out of their range.
The boats are coming now.
That would be good.
Soria,
Yep.
it is your turn.
Just gonna throw the inspiration in this right away.
You're going to get at least a 2.
I mean, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. All right, one of them was a nat 20. The other one is a total of 17
Okay.
all told.
You manage to get yourself back up to the surface and take a very deep breath. But that is all you managed to do this round.
All right.
Because you've been struggling, holding your breath, moving yourself up. You have that kind of that moment when you reach the surface again. Nines, it is now your turn.
Sorry, I saved you. You're welcome.
Thank you. I just look at you as you.
Just sad wet cat.
Just two sad, wet cats staring at each other in the middle of the ocean. The fur clinging to their features.
Is that rowboat getting any closer to us? Or do you need me to roll?
I need you to roll an athletics check. Make sure you continue to stay up.
16.
You and your flotation device, you managed to stay up just fine. So you've stabilized yourself a bit where you can take a look around and maybe take some other actions.
That'll be a perception to see if there's a boat coming towards us.
Okay, make a perception check.
23.
You're pretty sure that boat is coming towards you.
How
Sorry,
far?
the boat's coming for us. I don't sound like that.
It's getting a little bit closer. It's probably getting about 50 yards closer to you all.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, do the cloak thing that I did.
I'm just glaring because I barely have any breath.
Well, Seth, please continue making these rolls.
13.
You managed to keep on swimming.
Swimming in the ocean, I'm swimming in the ocean.
This is
Nothing else to do but swim.
this is the best. You guys are just in a water fight, and by water fight I mean a fight with water, not against any real foes. Just trying to stay alive. It's wonderful. Soria.
I'm going back down.
Yep.
8.
You're not amazing, but you're able to just tread water, keep your head above water.
All right.
Do the cloak thing.
Can I do any actions?
You are stable enough where you could take some limited actions here. Nothing super complicated, but you can like talk. You could maybe like take off your cloak, do the cloak thing.
I want to shove a bag, my shoulder bag thing, into Nines' hands.
Okay.
And just say, hold it open above water. And I try and jump into it, climb into it. So if he's holding it like that, I want to climb up into it.
So you're trying to climb into your own bag of holding.
Yep.
Okay. I have never thought about how big the opening of a bag of holding is.
Do you want me to look it up?
A cat can fit into any opening. Just so.
Yeah. So it's about 2 feet in diameter at the mouth.
Yeah,
And I'm a thin little tabaxi.
Yeah.
The lankiest.
You could fit in.
I climb inside.
Some water is getting in with you.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to have Nines hold it above water. But it's a 64 cubic foot space inside. So I figure a little water is okay.
Yeah, the interesting part is that because water is so heavy, the bag can only hold up to 500 pounds, and 64 cubic feet of water would weigh considerably more than 500 pounds. So I wonder how the physics of this work. When it sort of like fills in with the weight, does it just like spit somehow?
No, if the bag is overloaded, it ruptures and tears into a million pieces and is destroyed.
Yeah, so you might want to be a little careful with this one.
I want Nines to be a little careful with this one.
Are we gonna
Nines.
destroy our very fancy bag of holding?
Yeah, you've got some water like pouring into this thing.
Why don't you just use the cloak thing?
Because I have -1 athletics.
To float.
I did not
Can you at least like high five me with some inspiration on your way in?
guidance.
I'm gonna say that your pass without trace probably
Well done.
fell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna Nines. You've got the floating thing down. This is more about a dexterous action here. So roll an acrobatics check. That's what I'm gonna.
As soon
That's
as
what I'm gonna call this
as soon
as.
as I'm inside, it's just a bag. So
That is 19.
You managed to get the lip of this thing just right to avoid water as much as possible. And Soria, as you like go into it, like your weight effectively disappears. So it's a very bizarre thing to like see a person just go into this bag of holding.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing you sort of like pop your head back up out of it.
No. I close the top.
Close the top. Okay.
I have, according to the rules, I have 10 minutes of air in here.
Yeah, you've got some air in here. And
It's more than you had underwater.
Yeah. Why do you think I wanted in?
so
I should have climbed in here and then let you teleport Ulseth out 500 feet and just ridden in the bag.
No, this is way cooler.
that would require communication and coordination with the party members.
And planning.
I sit down and look at.
You went from a scant thread of a plan to no plan.
I seal the bag from the inside and I sit down and start looking at which bottle of wine in here has the most alcohol. Because I have 36 bottles of wine in here.
For the sake of humor, I'm gonna say that they do indeed label bottles of wine in this period with alcohol by volume.
The kind that the voice buys, at least.
I think you should roll a percentile die.
Love to see the percent of alcohol. 53%.
So you just
106 proof wine.
106
What kind of wine is this? Grain alcohol. Never heard of that vineyard.
Oh, good lord. That's yeah. So you find grain alcohol.
Explains so much about the voice.
That is what you find.
I think it's Nine's turn.
You, as the Google Translate says, ethanol in French.
In Navinian.
In Navinian, so you find Chateau d'Ethanol. That's what you got. Well done. Well found. Nine's
Oh my God.
Make an athletics check.
I got a nat 20, so that's a 22.
You're doing just fine. You've got plenty of ability to take some extra actions.
Also, hurry up! We got Captain Bag!
Okay. I am hurrying. I am swimming furiously in your direction. I am glad that neither of you is drowning anymore.
Was that a note about Chateau d'Ethanol? I saw Ulseth taking notes. I'm like, what
No,
are you taking?
I was describing the action. So far, this entire episode, I have Zoria nearly drowns and Nines floats on his cape.
Yeah.
God, I missed the thing.
We accomplished so much.
You guys, this is... I don't know what I was expecting. I've already said it, but not this. I wasn't expecting this.
Only an 8 this time.
Okay.
Well, I was kind of checking on that.
You're
the
getting
status
tired,
of that boat.
but you can keep going. You don't need to roll a perception check for this one. The boat is definitely coming towards you. It's probably closed now, about 75 yards. Moving at a pretty good clip.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a sail up, and the wind is in its favor, and it's moving at you. So, Soria, you are safely in a bag.
I'm gonna start cooking.
How are you cooking?
With my fireless frying pan.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some coca bean.
No, you're not gonna make some coca bean.
Oh.
You are going to make some coca ethanol. that is what you're doing.
Cook flambe.
Because the thing you opened up was grain alcohol and not wine, apparently.
I didn't open it up. I was just looking for.
Okay, you are cooking. Very good.
I'm also
9s.
trying to warm up next to the frying pan a little.
9s, it is your turn. Let's see what happens with you.
I got a 17,
You're floating just fine.
and I'm going to prep a rope to try to throw onto that boat that I'm just assuming is going to rescue me because I'm the most important person here.
Okay. Now that Soria is not drowning,
Yep.
and
And the chicken was already marinated.
yep. You and you two have been stable for a while. What we're gonna do is play this forward without further actions, because
Because we're not dying.
you don't have anyone in danger at the moment. You're past that point. You've sort of stabilized yourself. And Ulseth, it takes you a few minutes, but you manage to swim out to the point where 9s is. And 9s,
Hello, 9s.
this
You made a wonderful flotation device from your cape.
this boat pulls up to you
Yes.
and throws an anchor.
Oh, nice.
On top of 9.
No,
Oh, thank
Well, that's the end of my character.
throws an anchor to hold its position because the seas are fairly, choppy.
we didn't notice.
Yeah, and there's a wind, so it drops its sail. And the captain of the vessel, who's the only person apparently aboard, is a smaller ship, comes over to the edge, takes a look at you.
You're not Bob.
Who be ye?
I'm 9s. Greatest Tabaxi Bard.
Who be him?
Maybe Ulseth.
He's Olaf. He's not the Bard.
Oh, I am a furbog.
Well, what in the hell are you two doing? What kind of plan was
Drowning.
this? I shot up the
It's a great
flare,
plan.
and
You shot
then
like 8 flares.
no, I shot one flare. The city defenses shot all the others. I didn't know they installed that system. It's sort of been how to describe this best? A bit of a pirate tradition to use flares as signal. Very convenient, simple. So a while back, I guess the city installed a system that whenever a flare is shot up, they just shoot a whole bunch more to confuse the hell out of things.
Fortunately, we were not
worked.
confused.
Well,
We are.
you managed to get it right.
Huh. See? It was the right thing to do.
Can we
You
get on
also
boat now?
managed to execute this just absolutely piss poorly. Well done. Now,
Why weren't you only 500 feet away? This plan would have worked great if you were 500 feet away.
well, because I was 300 yards away from where you were.
What's the difference between a yard and a foot?
3. Now, where's your third oh, God. She didn't drown, did she?
No, the catch is in a bag. This
are you-
one.
What are you talking about?
Can we get into the boat first, please?
There's no one to there's no one to rescue, is there?
Just us in the water, yes.
Okay.
It's just us.
Well, here. Throws a rope over the side of the ship. Now hop on in.
You want us to do a climb check?
No. You're only climbing like 1.5 feet up. But
Small boat.
I mean, it's a, like 2-3 person
Dinghy.
fishing boat.
Oh, good. There are 4 of us.
Well, at the moment, there's 3 of you. One of you is cooking coca ethanol
In a
in
bag.
inside of a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm probably starting to get low on oxygen, so
Mario, do you want to come out
10
now?
minutes.
Yeah, you're starting. You can feel that the air is getting thin.
All right, I'm gonna climb out of. I'm gonna check the bag, make sure I'm not underwater.
Just gonna tighten that top up real quick.
I'm just gonna peek out the bag,
You see sky.
and not water.
No, there's no water coming in.
All right, I'll pop my head out of the bag.
Ah!
Ah!
I got boozy chicken.
It's not often that I've seen the head come out of a bag.
I feel like in
That's
your
like
line
the
of work.
first thing we saw when we met you.
Yeah,
Okay, well, not in this manner.
I'll climb out. Of
Usually
the
they're
bag.
far less animated.
I'll climb out of the bag.
I hand you your bag back.
Thank you.
The boat rocks back and forth a bit as you settle down.
I'm just gonna pour out some of the excess water from the bag.
A couple of bottles come tumbling out.
Well, here, Captain, you can have those.
Oh, marvelous. So
And I'll hand everyone chicken.
he stabs the cork,
Do I need to roll a
twists and
Constitution
pulls
save
it
on
out.
this one?
Just starts drinking. No, but this is it. Does not taste great. Not because it wasn't well prepared, but let's just say the ingredients weren't necessarily the most complimentary.
I covered it up with a lot of lemon from my spice
This is
bag.
there's a whole lot of lemongrass
Yeah,
in there.
lemon shavings, peel.
Lemon shavings or lemon grass?
Both.
There's some
Well, at
lemon
least-
rind.
At least we will not get scurvy.
To be fair, I was cooking right after almost drowning.
And drinking.
You guys are now safely, I use that word loosely here, aboard the vessel with the captain, his small dinghy. And we are going to take a quick break as we reset a couple of things because that was insane.
This was the best plan we ever came up with. It
I
went
still
swimmingly.
can't believe that happened, and I just witnessed it. So there we go. We will be back in a few minutes. Don't drown, and we'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. We're back from our break. Hope you had a nice break yourself. Got up, used the bathroom, got yourself a little something to eat.
I certainly pooped.
Yeah. I mean, one of our target demographics is the over 70. That's an important thing, or so I'm told.
Same with the under 7.
Same with the under 7. I mean, I
Everyone
know.
else.
Doesn't
How
poop.
many times have parents, when you're about to get in the car, ask the kids, have you used the bathroom?
Never.
Happens all the time. So, you know, asking if you pooped, kind of important for our core demographic, I think.
Remember, always go before you go.
Exactly. So, with that, we're back.
Hi.
What's wrong with us?
A lot of things. Our show is about 80% food and 10% bowel movements and 10% other. 10%
I like to say with the
D&D.
number 2 D&D podcast of all time.
Well,
You guys are currently on a boat.
so was Ulseth the only one aware that there were people like on the docks shooting at us and stuff? Because I
He
was like
told us.
drowning and.
If Ulseth has conveyed that information to you, I mean, he can.
Where are you having chicken?
No eating chicken.
Okay.
Chicken
Drunken
flambe.
chicken.
It's a good thing no one was chasing us or was aware we were out in the water.
Oh, but people were chasing us, yes. Well, chasing me.
What?
They weren't chasing you because you were too far away. But there were arrows kerplunking and pushing in the water.
So do you think there's any chance that there's a boat coming out to capture us right now?
Well, one should probably look.
I will look.
Make a perception check.
Guidance.
That's a great segue into this.
18.
Yeah. There are some boats that are coming out towards you.
Captain?
Yes. He's sort of like getting the sail back up.
There's boats coming towards us.
Oh. Takes a look. So there are.
It might just be a fishing vessel at night on a pleasure cruise at night.
Out in
And-
eel-infested waters, I'm sure.
are
Well,
eels in
actually, it's more like in crab-infested waters.
Infested waters.
Yeah.
A little less threatening, that concept.
Unless they're giant 30-foot death crabs.
I hope that they are not the people who were shooting arrows at me. But it is likely that they are.
Maybe, can you make the boat go?
Yes,
Start the boat, please.
I'm working on that right now.
Please begin boating immediately.
Do any of you know what you're doing out here? Is there any...
I can cook.
Oh, right. I'll just set the sails myself. then.
Ulysses, why don't you pull up the heavy chain thing?
The anchor?
Yeah.
I could do that. I can assist
yes,
by pulling
that
up
would
the
be very
anchor.
good. You...
I pull up the anchor. Do I have to make
Nines, why don't you blow on the sails?
Insight check. Why? Got a 10. I rolled a 6.
Do not trust yourself.
Oh, have you seen me?
Yes, I'm horrible.
What,
Oh, I'm great.
what exactly were you trying to do?
I just suggest that
told me.
Nines blow on the sails.
Blowing on the sail.
To give it just a little extra...
Oomph.
Extra oomph. Okay.
A little extra.
You are... Now, after a moment or two, you're underway, and there's definitely some ships pursuing.
Ships, not little dinghies.
Well, they're equal-sized fishing boats. At least for the moment.
The bigger ones take longer.
Yeah, there's quite a bit more to get ready to try to take a larger ship out. But these boats are sailing towards you nonetheless. What exactly did you do that requires this much attention? I thought you said you were just stealing some things.
Recovering.
You were present.
Well, yes, you were stealing some things from the voice,
Recovering.
but why on earth does it require this level of attention? Usually you steal something and,
Recover.
you have the local constable chasing after you.
It
That's
seems the voice made a big deal about it to everyone.
I
That's because he's an asshole.
thought this was just some silly instrument or something.
Apparently, it's a big deal
It's a very important instrument
to
to
you.
me. So it's important to everyone.
I mean, it's probably worth what, like 100 gold?
Did this
It's not that much value in gold.
did this have any magical properties, special value other than your own personal memories?
What's more valuable than my personal memories?
It's.
I mean, to other people, well, most everything else.
I think it's an extremely nice loot. Right?
You currently have
Yes, it's very nice loot.
all the local
Also,
guards
Voice stole it from me. I wanted it back because of that.
and some of the royal police chasing us down in a boat. Are you sure there's nothing special about this loot?
He seemed to act like it was special.
He seemed to
Yeah,
act.
he did say something about wanting all his instruments.
Yeah, he said that he apparently has had people after his instruments before.
Which means we have to steal them all now.
I'm
Because I
guess-
hate that guy.
Yeah.
So now we have to hide your characters from both your arrival and your departure.
That's why we pay you.
I don't charge nearly enough.
You did not provide food or lodging at this location. I think that you have some surplus.
I'll take a note of that.
Meanwhile,
Credit on your account.
is there something we should be doing?
No, just sit back and relax. Let's see if we can get out of this one. By the way, I didn't have time to steal much more than this.
That's all right.
I attempted to ready a vessel, and every time I went around starting to set things loose to make sail, people started coming around the ship. That's the problem with busy ports. People are always coming down to the vessels, always using them, hardly any time to steal. So we're gonna have to make do with this for just a little while. I did send ahead, and my ship is on its way. Well, ships, actually. Both of them.
They just don't have any food in them.
No, so we're gonna be roughing it.
All right. We can handle
Also
that.
can catch big fish.
I have caught a large fish
Yeah.
and a little
Yes,
one.
you've caught real big fish before.
Yes.
We'll have to catch quite a few large fish to feed both crews.
Maybe we can stop at a different port.
Sure. I'm
Why do I say
positive
it like
that'll be
that?
just
What-
fine.
What could go wrong?
After this, I can't wait to stop at the next port. It's always an adventure. It does look like they're gaining on us, by the way, as the ship is now what was 300 yards away before, now about 200 yards away.
Should we try rowing?
I mean, I suppose that might help. Let's see if we can race them to the shoreline. We might at least be able to catch them around the north side of the island.
Sure.
That'll
We
only
have
take...
no idea where we are going, so
Yeah, we're really not very good on the water.
yes. We
Oh,
will follow
that'll-
your lead,
Or
which will
in
be
the
easy
water.
because you're steering the ship. Boat.
That'll only take most of the day. I'm sure we can hold them off until we get up there. Oh no.
Are there oars?
There are some oars, yeah.
Well, I start rowing.
I'll try rowing too.
All right. Let's make some
You have a
athletics
negative one
checks.
strength.
Yeah.
What
but I
check are we
have
doing?
Athletics.
Guidance.
Let's see if you help or hinder.
Well,
Oh my God. 8.
25. Wait, athletics? 24. 23. 23. I rolled a nat 20 and a 4. 20.
25. No.
4, 3,
Wait, 3.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 4 from guidance.
-1.
Minus 1.
Oh, that's marvelous.
23.
Okay. You're, there's a pretty good wind that's picked up, and it is with you, so you're not sailing into it.
So my nat 20 rolling is good wind.
What was your result, Olseth?
All of 8.
All of it. Okay.
I must be
Work
tired.
out, also.
I am tired from all of the swimming.
I was in a bag resting.
Yeah, you did swim. About
100 feet.
about 1/6 of a mile. And that's actually pretty good work.
In armor.
In armor. So you're a little worn out, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
And you aren't able to add all that much to the effort. Saria, weirdly, you actually are able to get things moving a little bit quicker. The downside is that with the imbalance of one doing well on one side and one doing well on the other, is that it's not all just like forward momentum. There's a little bit of directional momentum too. So you're pulling which side do you want to sit on?
Right side.
You want to sit on the right side.
Are you
Okay.
still looking like me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Look how strong
like I'm
we
working.
are.
So you end up you end up pulling the boat a bit closer to the shore, because that's where the arc sets. As you're adding more, it's pulling you a bit this way.
All right.
Yeah. So you're moving forward. You actually, put a little more distance between you. Well, you're helping out. You guys are sort of in like we're not using chase mechanics, but you're in like a kind of a light chase. This is a chase light. It's a diet chase. Just one
A chaser.
calorie. It's a chaser. You were drowning, and now this is the chaser to drowning.
Could you skywrite really, really low so that we're in a cloud bank?
Huh.
Like skywrite right above the water.
I think that would be up to DM discretion because it just says part of the sky.
I
I mean, there's literally a spell called Fog Cloud that does this, but so
fog cloud. I think I'm gonna look this up for a moment.
because I think I have it, but I don't have it prepared. Yeah, I do. It's a 20-foot radius of fog centered on a point within range.
Okay. So here's the thing. With fog cloud and with the writing, I'm gonna say that you can write basically on the surface in the air. The clouds are not as thick, so that I'm gonna say they're only about 4 feet thick.
Write all of the letters on top of each.
And you still have, like, the intent of the spell is that it is legible, so the letters appear a legible distance apart. So you're creating sort of like broken sight lines with it.
Right. Please stop, please stop, please stop. In like a vertical. So that they have to pass through 10 layers of please and stops.
But I will say that, yeah, the air around us is just as much part of the sky as the rest of it. I know that might not necessarily be the original intent of that, but I appreciate the creative use of spells, so I'm gonna say sure. If you wanted to like cast it in the ocean, then no. But
I'm already looking up the 10 longest words in the English language.
And write them like behind us, like as we trail forward.
Let's see, 70, 100, 129, 147.
All
I mean,
right.
we're looking at like 200.
200 letters, roughly, like, roughly 10 feet
How
across.
many chemistry words does Nines know?
Probably very few.
Iron.
Because if we include that, I can get something up to 189,819 letters long.
I'm guessing
Times 10.
I'm guessing there's just some ridiculous molecule out there that has
Like
That's what it's. Yeah, it looks like. I feel like that's cheating, though.
you can, if you can
Just a
pronounce,
little bit.
if you can pronounce it, you can cast it, right?
I
So
don't.
I just can't cast a spell at all.
It doesn't. So it's 189,000 characters, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll say this: if you roll a high enough,
Intelligence.
if you roll a high enough intelligence check, and you actually say the entire word, you can then cast it. You
Hold
can
on, I
then
think
cast it. That's what I'll roll.
Okay, it looks like there is a video saying the word. It's an hour and 12 minutes long.
So
Buckle in.
everyone, we're taking a slight diversion from our usual podcast today.
This is all that will happen for the rest of the
The rest of the session is going to be listening
going to be
to,
listening to
Sounds
this
like a
word.
chemical name.
yeah,
10 times, so
Yeah, you have to say it 10 times. 10
10
hours.
times fast. If I say it 10 times fast, it's probably closer to 50 minutes. Each time.
How about you just go with a really long word, like,
Is that boat any closer to us as we discuss this?
I'm still rowing.
I'm putting this all as like
And in Nines' head.
this is an in Nines' head.
I'm feeling better.
So
I want to start rowing
this is a
again.
mind
still
palace.
Yeah, this is a mind palace. You guys can row your
Row,
boat.
row the
And
boat
guidance.
gently away
Oh
from
no,
death.
that's way worse.
What'd you get?
2. With guidance.
13. So now the boat starts curving the other way.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're just evening.
now you're curving the
We're
other
doing
way.
an S sort of thing.
Serpentine
Serpent, yes. It's going to
Famously effective
at dodging arrows.
with
Anything, yeah.
ships.
Serpentine.
Do serpentine. I've heard a lot of people give that advice.
Tell you what, since there's not much I can do to that ship, I'm going to use a bardic inspiration and we're going to start a call to arms. So you guys get a bunch of buffs.
Oh,
All right.
Cool.
Keep rowing!
Oh, sorry. So what do we?
What are the buffs?
So basically, everyone on the boat gets +2 to saving throws, ability checks, and attack rolls, as long as you hear my music. So if you lose your hearing,
Then we won't be able-
+2.
So +2 to all our row checks and stuff.
Yes, and whatever else you want to do.
Great.
All right. Go ahead and let's see how this is going. You guys didn't.
Guidance.
Are we rowing?
Yeah, you're rowing.
I don't think we have much else we can do.
No.
Plus 14.
Nat 20 plus 8 with the buffs, so a lot.
Okay. You guys are pushing ahead. You gain a little bit of ground. Sorry, make a perception check.
Ooh, okay. Can I guidance or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
16. Oh wait, plus 2. 18.
You notice that it's a long ways off, but you can see the faint outline of oars being dropped in the water from the other ships now, too.
They're dropping oars.
Well, as long as they
good,
drop
man.
them,
If they
that's
drop
fine.
it, they can help.
Yeah.
Did they both just make the same joke?
Yes. They're dropping oars in the water to row.
I don't even know where to go with that one.
Well, they're not going to gain on us because they just, drop their oars.
Yep.
That was clumsy.
Guidance.
So, the captain is dumbstruck by that really dumb comment,
I thought he was dumbstruck because they were so dumb that they dropped their oars.
and he just falls over and pitches, just sails right into the shoreline. Just you all go flying off now.
Really? Oh, okay.
I hate the joke. The captain, fortunately for you, didn't actually have to hear it.
How close to the shore are we?
You're not that far away from the shore. You guess you're probably about 200 feet off.
How far back is the ship?
They are right around 200 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep.
Guidance.
You who are Captain Bob at the moment, you are steering us to a safe place?
Doing my best to try to lose them around the north side of the island.
Okay.
This will be a little while of sailing, but we do seem to be putting just ever so much distance between us and them.
11.
5 with guidance and a plus 2. I rolled a nat 1.
What is with you tonight?
I'm not good at rolling dice.
Apparently not. They're angry with you. Did you do something to the dice?
No, not that I know of.
The ships are getting a little closer, and they're moving in a bit more. They gain a few yards on you now. You can see them closing in. You want to keep rowing?
Well,
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
guidance.
Now you're in it.
Much better. Minus 1. 17.
13.
Okay. You're able to keep distance, and they don't gain on you. But there's a new wrinkle that's entering this.
Storm Grimmy.
You see a very fancy ship pulling out from port.
Does it have a big embroidered face on it?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does. It's a very large...
Is there an angry mob on top of it?
No, there's not. You see
That fell to me.
You see an angry mob on the dock throwing things at the ship.
That's why they're pulling out. Can I quickly scan and see if anyone is looking in our direction on the ship?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I get plus 2, 17.
It's a little far away to make out many clear details about where someone is looking.
Okay.
People are running. You can see shapes moving all over the surface of that vessel.
Wait, don't you have Dromar's eye glass?
The spyglass?
Don't you have Dromar's eye?
Right here.
That's what happened.
Sorry, David.
I wasn't using it anyway.
Yeah, can I use the spyglass?
Yeah.
I think
I don't see why you couldn't use a
that
spyglass.
gives you
Actually.
advantage, right?
I'd have to.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
All it says is when viewed, things are magnified to twice their size. So
Okay.
that's up to you what it affects.
Why don't you make another perception check
Guidance.
using this now?
Well, I rolled a nat 20 plus 4 plus 2, so 26, and then my normal modifier of 7, so 33.
There's a whole bunch of activity on the deck of that ship. Some people are looking at you. Not everyone, but there are some people looking at your ship.
Captain,
Yes.
I found a boat to steal.
What boat? Where?
Right over there.
Turns around. You're joking, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, that would be pretty dope.
Do you think the voice is on it? It looks like they left in a hurry.
I mean, you're the one with the spyglass.
Did I see the voice when I scanned the ship?
No.
Did you see its manager?
No.
I didn't see anyone I recognized,
You didn't see
basically.
anyone you recognized, no.
Not even an ogre.
You did not see any ogres you recognized.
Alright. Did I see ogres?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
there are ogres on that ship. You do not recognize those ogres, though. They are not wearing tuxedos.
Do you want to do a gambit
Boom.
or a caper?
I would like to burn this ship to the ground.
Or to the water line.
Or steal it, whatever.
I'm going to turn into the voice.
Oh, God.
This is the ugliest thing you've ever done.
I haven't seen someone do it. I've only been on the performing end of that. I've never man, I made him creepy. Ew.
Hey, roll me over to my boat.
Do you actually want to do this?
I don't know.
I was just rolling to make sure I wasn't gonna push Soria off the boat.
I mean, as the DM, I'm game for this. That's why I'm checking. Do you want to?
No, I don't think we have anything
No, I don't.
good that would happen on that boat.
I mean, we could maybe spark revolution. No one likes the guy.
That's true.
It's been a while since you guys sparked a revolution.
You who are Captain Bob,
Yes.
what is your plan?
My plan was whatever the hell you were up to since you're paying me.
Well, let's keep going north around the coast then.
All right.
Unless you really want to steal that boat. I mean,
That's up to you, baby.
If it catches up to us, you may burn it.
is the 14 good enough to push you overboard?
No.
I already tried to drown you once today. So probably.
Hey, don't touch the talent.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're getting real close. Drowning again.
If you, all don't mind this, concept, I think I might have an old trick up my sleeve here.
Oh, yeah. Which sleeve?
It's a expression. There's an old, pirate, place that we hid in from time to time.
In Krebstadt?
Yes, Krebstadt wasn't always the city of crabbing.
Really?
It's in the name.
No, the city used to be home to quite a bit of pirate activity.
Oh.
Did it have a pirate name?
Yes, back in the day.
What was the pirate name?
Piratestadt.
Obstein?
It was Goldport.
Goldport.
Oh, sorry, write that down.
Is that's like port with gold flakes in it?
That is an old cave that it's enchanted, so it's hidden, and we might be able to get there if I remember where it is.
Does anyone else know where it is?
Probably not at this point. It hasn't been used, well, for quite some time. The enchantment should still be up, but I don't know 100% where it is.
Well, let's just ram into cliffs until we find it.
I think we get one shot at it.
Okay.
Well, you should give him guidance then.
Oh, okay. Guidance.
So,
Are you still singing?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I'm still
performing?
playing.
You don't sing.
I didn't want to drown you guys out while I was doing that.
Yeah.
So.
You're not caterwauling.
he has +2 and guidance, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
For his memory.
let's see. And, oh, well,
I mean, I could give him
I'll
regular.
roll on the dice cap.
Whoa. Sounds so good.
Oh, that's edge. For the record, dear viewers, that cup just produced a nat 20. So
want that cup?
if you're wondering if this cup is capable of bringing you good fortune, it is indeed.
So enter by following our Twitch channel and DMing us Hawthorne Manor.
And you got real lucky because if he didn't make this one, y'all were gonna smash into a cliff.
If we tried it.
Yeah. And you did.
That's exactly what we told him to do.
Yep.
Just ran right into a cliffside.
Yeah.
As you go around
Don't worry, I'm great in the water.
the northern edge of this island, he says, "Hang on!" Throws the rudder hard, and you bank at almost a sickening angle straight into, well, the cliffside, right at the tip of the island. And then, as you round the tip of the island, you sail straight into the wall and go right on through.
To the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, we broke on through.
And
That
you now
was
find
pretty fun,
yourself
guys.
in you now find yourself in a bit of an
Now I push Soria out of the boat.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
I think
No,
Soria
I'm fine.
I think Soria gets a gentle shove.
Hey, we're wrestling now, alright.
Ulsef, push her in.
I'm regretting
You who
making
are the
that
voice.
character.
You who are the voice, you are going into the water.
I will not be the voice then.
That would be preferable. I would very much like to not have to hear him again. Now, spend a little time here, and I think we should be able to leave without further incident.
I want to look around. Is this a cave?
No, it's open. And so you basically sailed through just a illusionary wall and into an alcove where there's a beach to land on, and it's
there
open
lifeguards?
sky above, no lifeguards. There's an abandoned structure, the remnants of an old dock here.
Oh, let's go land on the beach and check things out while things blow over.
That's because of the wind.
You pull your ship to shore and tie it up to one of the trees that sits on the beach here. It's a rocky beach,
Now it can't run away.
not sand. The trees are this sort of gnarled, twisting mess.
Right, we're still in Krebstadt.
Yeah. This isn't exactly like a
Nice
We're not in, I don't know, the Mediterranean, the south of France.
We're like at best like Nova Scotia.
This is
Probably more like Greenland.
Yeah. Well, not quite green. This is more like this would be more like kind of Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
You know, Pacific Northwest-ish
Gotcha.
sort of weather.
So there might be some pines.
Yeah, there's probably some pines, some real, but this is down by salt water. There are kind of these twisted trees to tie up to.
Alright. Let's investigate the shack and make sure there's not any ghost pirates or zombies or anything inside it.
Okay. I'll go do that.
Or the structure.
All right, you open the door.
Kind of.
It basically falls in with
don't
the
know
slightest
either.
push.
Investigation.
I don't think you're getting the buff. I don't think I'm singing it anymore.
Probably not.
Playing.
Oh. Investigation.
Yeah.
19 plus 4 is 20. 24.
Inside this abandoned structure, there's some furniture and sort of basic housing elements. Chair, bed, desk, there's some shelves, what looks like some sort of kitchen remnants. And what was your investigation total?
24.
24. You also notice a very well, or what would have at one point, now it's slightly more obvious with lack of care, but a fairly well concealed trapdoor.
Oh.
No.
There's a trap door.
Yeah. I might as well open it.
Okay.
It literally has trap in the name. Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you open the door, pull it up, you find a rather shallow stair. And it's a very low passageway that it leads to. You would have to basically crawl through here. The height of this passageway is only about 3 feet at most. So the other two, Sorian 9s, you would have to at least stoop quite a bit to get through here.
I turn into the shortest dwarf I can.
It's slightly more comfortable than, well, you're not even like in it right now,
No.
but describing this, the passageway is not lit, but you can see down it with your goggles for a little ways. And
Excuse me.
it's not perfectly cut. This seems to be a fairly rough cut. It's chipped away and this goes back away. It kind of twists, turns, winds around.
Excuse me again.
I'm
Normally
gonna crank
people,
all fours and start going through it.
normally people sneeze in the presence of tabaxis,
It's the,
but there's a lack of tabaxis. That's the real problem.
the tunnel is musty.
It is.
Also, don't make it collapse on us. You're constant sneezing.
So are you all going in this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
I mean, I already started going into it.
I'll follow Nines to make sure he doesn't die.
I love that in Dungeons and Dragons, you can arrive at a hidden pirate beach with an abandoned shack, basically. Have a hidden trapdoor
Yep.
that leads down to a narrow and questionably well-built tunnel. And your first instinct as players is, yes, I will go in there.
Well,
I will go down this tunnel. I love that.
I would've-
That's the best part.
I would have been checking.
Nice is gonna
the-
get bored otherwise.
While he was investigating and finding all this, I was just gonna be doing a cursory survey of the beach to make sure that we're safe in this area.
Okay.
But otherwise, I will follow Nines.
Make both a perception and an investigation.
Can I guidance twice?
Yeah, I will allow that. And the reason I'm asking for both is things at a far distance and things closer to you. Because you're investigating the general area.
I got a 22 for perception.
Okay.
And investigation is 24.
Oh, wow.
I got
Yeah,
a
well, there we go.
24 on perception and a 16 on my investigation.
Okay.
I
As the
stand back at a respectful distance.
You're investigating the shed.
That's right.
As the two of you survey your surroundings, the far walls of this alcove, this natural alcove, they are festooned with all sorts of vines and greenery, overgrown trees, shrubs growing up from little cracks, grasses. It's very vegetated here. And the water is, except for where you had sailed and some ripples coming out, it's really remarkably clear. There's hardly any disturbance in this water. You can see right to the bottom of this little lagoon. And it is, although a rocky bottom, with some silt down there, very clear, very clean. You notice that there's a well behind you. And
Well.
and you also see some carvings off on a far wall at the far end of the beach from where you are.
Okay. Since
But you don't see any danger.
since Ulsa's searching through a house and looking in a tunnel, and I'm not aware of that, I would look at those carvings
Okay.
up close.
The carvings seem to be sort of various symbols, insignias, and names of what you believe to be pirates.
Just their names?
Names are like their marks.
Yeah, there's a whole variety of things, all marked into, stone cliffside here. And the walls that make up this alcove, they're about 25 foot high. So it would be a pretty good climb, but they're not massive, is the point.
Captain,
Yes.
you should sign your full legal name on this wall.
I think I'll use my symbol instead.
Oh, what's your symbol?
Oh, well. Come on over.
No, Captain Bob, I think you should use your full name.
Everyone else on this
That's
wall
what everyone
is.
else is doing as
Yeah.
I cast suggestion on him.
Whoa.
That's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Wisdom save 14.
Wisdom save 14. Okay.
Nice one.
I'm gonna keep using that cup. Rolled well the first time. Wisdom save 14?
Wisdom save 14.
And what was the suggestion you gave?
To sign his
I
phone.
think he should put his full legal name on there with his symbol, if he wants to put a symbol there so badly.
Okay.
Did it work?
Okay. He goes over and begins writing a fairly lengthy name. Yeah, it seemed like a good idea to just put the whole thing down.
For posterity.
Exactly.
I mean, you do have, like, the King of Pirates stuff, right? He was the King of Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
this is a pirate lord. Are you talking about Ira, I assume, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, well. I do have his hat.
And his paper. What name does he write down?
The first name is Felinius. His middle name is Theodore. The last name is Wilhampton.
You're glad I didn't use that skywriting spell now.
With a hyphen.
On the last name.
Mm-hmm. Oxtur. Oxtur.
Anything else?
That's his name.
Did he write his symbol as well?
No. He wrote his full legal name.
So, Captain,
Yes.
what's your symbol?
Well, it's a fairly simple one. Now, it's a set of crossed swords. Rapiers, not sabers. And then the Banded Isles behind them.
Oh, are you from the Bandit Isles?
Well, that's where most of the crew is from. And where many of us call home. And the symbol of the Banded Isles, not that the two of you, sorry, I don't know if Seth have really seen this, but Nines, you would have definitely seen this in your travels, is, it's pretty simple. It's just the largest islands of the Banded Isles, because there's thousands of islands within them, but the largest, most recognizable islands imprinted on a surface, so that, you know, whether they're embroidered or stamped or something, that's the seal. It's just sort of the major islands and how they're arranged. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward, but that's their flag.
Good job, Nines.
Well, just so you know how the spell works, it could not have actually worked, and he could have put a fake name. It doesn't actually tell me if it succeeded or not, as far as I can tell.
Ah, so...
Well, it looks like it succeeded.
Yeah, you don't get to know whether it succeeded or not. But this is the name that he wrote down.
Hey, Elsa,
And that seems like a lot to write down for a fake name.
did you find anything in that shack?
I found a trapdoor that was not trapped.
Oh, that's good. So you're alive?
Yes, I am, and unharmed. And inside the trapdoor, on the other side, is a narrow passage. It would be very difficult for me to go into it, but perhaps you would like to explore.
Probably has a lot of spiders in it, it looks like.
I do not see any spiders.
Oh, okay. Nines, you want to crawl through?
Oh, there's a lot of spiders.
Nines,
You
wanna crawl
definitely
through
saw a lot of spiders in there.
Want to crawl through a little tunnel with me?
It's very webby.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
All right, you go first.
Oh, I don't have anything to make that better. I just start going through.
The spider chain tunnel.
I mean,
Okay.
we're friends of spiders at this point.
Yeah, that's true. I've been a spider a lot.
Yeah, that's true. There are many spiders and a lot of webs and dust through here. So you're crawling through the tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No air of caution at all.
Hey, could you just shout down the tunnel? Please don't bite them. To all the spiders.
You who are all the spiders, please leave these people alone. They are just exploring.
You are all the spiders.
You can talk to animals. That works.
I love it. Perfect. What? You know what? Make a persuasion check.
Oh god, they're all gonna bite me
Yeah,
now.
I'm down in the tunnel.
Persuasion's not my
Strong suit.
Yet you use it frequently.
13.
It's not a big ask.
The spiders actually kind of move towards the edges.
Yeah, we gave him a nice warning.
You know, they move kind of towards the edges of this. Some crawl into little cracks and things even. They are generally getting out of your way.
I thank the spiders.
Thank you, Elsa.
So, well done. You make it to the end of this tunnel. It's not very long. It's about 40 feet in total. And when you get to the other side of this tunnel, you enter a dark room. And when you enter, a couple of orbs begin to glow on the walls and provide illumination for this space. There's a frying pan that looks quite a bit like yours. Different, but there's some striking similarities. And there's a little gust of wind that you all feel. And suddenly the room is clean. The dust has been lifted. The chairs are in good condition. The sofa looks very comfortable. And you find yourself in a completely enclosed room. It looks like it's maybe a small chamber. You can't tell if it was carved or if this is a little cave that they broke into.
How comfy does that couch look?
Oh, very comfy.
I go towards it and sit in it.
It's quite comfortable.
I cast Detect Magic.
Do you do like a ritual casting of this, or you?
No, I want to know right away, so
Okay.
I'm just doing a regular standard action cast.
You definitely detect magic.
All right.
This, I believe, would... Let me see. I believe that this would fall under a mix of transmutation and abjuration. Yes.
So changing the form of things and protecting things.
Yes.
Where am I sensing it? The whole room?
Yeah, it's kind of all around you.
All right. And is there magic coming off like the frying pan there?
Yeah. And in fact, you've been in here a moment longer. It's also a pot. And it has some similar markings and elements that are like your frying pan.
What kind of magic is coming off of those?
Those are
Evocation.
Those are evocation. They don't feel quite as strong.
I'll put both of them in my bag.
As you attempt to lift, you find that you can't.
Should get Olsef in here to lift it.
Hey, Olseth,
Yes.
there's a couch.
That's it? You have found a couch in the cave?
Yeah, no, there's a pot too.
I am confused.
There's a couch and pot in the room.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
So what is it you want me to do?
Just thought you might want to come and check it out.
Okay, can I make it through the cave?
It's tight, but yeah, you get on your hands and knees and crawl and kind of
Just make sure you
shuffle
say hi
forward.
to each of the spiders as you go by.
I thank the spiders as I go by.
Hello, you. Thank you, you who are a spider. Thank you, you who are a spider.
No, you who are a spider, thank you.
Ah, yes.
You who are named Tim the Spider. You who are named
Bill the spider. You who are named Mary.
Ashley the Spider.
One of the spiders gives a spidery little like sort of a courteous little
Did it
bounce.
tip its little spider hat?
What's Captain?
It made out of silk.
What's Captain who
Don't
made,
have hats.
I know at least one spider that has a hat.
Personally.
So what's Captain who may or may not be Thelonious Theodore Wilhampton Oxtor doing?
He's staying outside.
I keep calling him Bob.
Captain, there's a couch.
Well, one of us should keep watch. The rest of you enjoy the lounge, please.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
Can I steal the stuff?
No, it's enchanted to not be stolen.
In a pirate hideout?
Yes.
Can we unenchant it?
Well, if you took considerable effort, I suppose.
So is it just like a little kitchenette and a couch? It's like a little 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, pretty
Pirate
much.
Airbnb.
Yes, that's the old lounge. Hadn't been used in quite some time. You see, we would let people come here. They would see it's all abandoned and think that they couldn't be here. It was the last-ditch effort. If they managed to follow us through the illusionary wall, then they would see an abandoned shack and nothing there. Meanwhile, we're living quite comfortably for several days back in the little lounge. That was at least what it was intended for. Has it held up all right in there?
This couch is so comfortable.
It looks like there's some sort of magic to keep it fresh.
Well, I'm glad the spells have held up. Magic doesn't always hold forever. So, I'll keep watch. The three of you feel free to make yourself comfortable, get yourself a meal. If you do cook anything, if you wouldn't mind bringing it out, I'm a bit hungry.
Sure, I'll cook something.
I appreciate that.
And then when you bring it back to him, it'll be covered in spiders.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
What I'm allowing for you guys here is, wink, wink. You can take a break.
Yes,
Take
I want
a
a long
long
rest.
rest.
Take a long rest.
We'll take a long rest if we can. I would love a long rest, actually.
is there like does the couch pull out into like a sofa bed?
No, it does
Nines
not
is
fall into
stretched
such bed.
all across the couch.
There are several chairs. They have ottomans, so you can put your feet up.
Okay, well, I get comfortable.
Are the ottomans nailed down?
You can move things around.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, we can't take it out, can we?
No, you can't.
Well, I'll make a nice little meal. Something hearty.
Okay.
How many chairs were there?
There's about 6 chairs in this place.
Sorry, I put this chair in your bag.
I have 2 feet of opening on my bag.
Like I just tried to shove it in there.
It does not fit. The 3.5 foot wide chair is not 2 feet.
We'd have to break it up.
So before
I thought it would be a good chair.
Before I take my rest, I'm going to do fervent tech training.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't done that in a while.
No, you haven't.
I'm gonna look around for any leftover pirate literature.
Sure. Yeah.
35.
There's a bit of pirate literature here.
Like a little pamphlet on so you want to be a pirate. These are the parts of the boat. You might need to know that.
Yeah.
These are laws and how to break them. Is there a book called that?
No, there's not. There is not a book of laws and how to break them.
With our pamphlets of tourist traps.
Like traps
there a
for
tangy
tourists,
crab?
right?
Tourist.
Is there a tangy crab pull-up menu?
There has to be a tangy crab.
Somehow they slipped it under the door. Here. How'd you even find it? We have our
Very persistent. That's for sure.
I just imagine that crab mascot just slipped it underneath and just ran away.
All right. Are you two also taking
I'll
some
do
time?
lock picking. Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
I'll do my zipper.
15.
31.
We're out of practice.
It's been a tough day.
I almost drowned.
I did not expect you guys to do what you did today. I really had about a dozen things prepared. It's it is pretty funny. No one can really see this because it's all off of camera and everything, but there's just right here there are multiple sets of potential combats and all sorts of things. I still have just over here,
Some ogres.
I still have some ogres in case. Like, I had everything ready to go, and you guys took. Somehow you stumbled into, like, beeline it for the objective here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised and amused and fairly impressed. Well done.
Do we get a long rest?
Yeah,
That is not how I intended to use my cape teleportation for the first time.
It turned
It
out.
just goes straight into
From
the water.
Next time you say, "Are you a willing participant?" I am going to be saying no.
No,
I learned my lesson.
I am not willing. Goodbye.
Nines has learned nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
Well, I got to practice swimming.
you did. You
very good at it.
You had this some quasi combat things. You almost died. Yet we didn't use our battle scenes once or roll initiative. This is a different kind of session. We are going to conclude for the day here, because this is a good place to stop. You guys have somehow managed to evade all of the people trying to capture you.
And we started another angry mob.
You started an angry mob. You've done something to the voice. You don't know what, but you've done something to his reputation, and maybe you will eventually see what boils out from all of this. But next time, I guess we'll deal with the matter of actually getting off of this island,
That'd be good.
and then getting some food. Boy, did you guys manage to get yourself into a pickle.
Yep.
Good job.
Someday we'll get to the Republic, though.
You will, I think.
With our
Maybe one day we'll be level 4 too.
with our fake identities.
Yeah, if I get to level 4, I can become a fish.
I think your fake identities are kind of blown at this point.
We don't have any fake identities.
Not yet.
I have Fred.
Yeah, you guys caught a whole lot of attention. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again this week. Remember, Dice Cup giveaway, and this rolls well. Used it several times. Nat 20 out of this. All you gotta do, follow us on Twitch. Send us a direct message at Hawthorne Manor. Don't worry about the spelling of Hawthorne. I'm not gonna care that much. Just want to make sure that you are indeed entering the giveaway. So, we'll announce the winner of this next week, Halloween night, during our special. Y'all stay safe. Take care of yourselves. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I call Dole.